Right,
Hello.
we are live.
How are we?
All right, Nappers, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks, Lee. Let's wait for a few people to come in.
Yeah.
I hope we're all well. Like I say, we are live. This one is working. We've just been streaming like an idiot
Privately.
for the last few
We
minutes.
went private, that was the thing. We hadn't done
We
the
were
public.
private. We were private. Hopefully we get a few people in. I'll just share it on the socials. But like I say, we'll put the comments on screen. Wait for a few people to join.
I know, we got Liam Roberts is in.
Here we are.
Liam White's in.
How are we? Like
So,
I said, Liam, hello, mate. How you, Liam?
Blake, Grouts Smith,
hello,
Cape
mate.
United.
Cape United, they're all in tonight. Big Luke Whittleson, KDL. Hello, Connor, mate. Welcome to the stream, pal. Hope you're well. KDL, love it. Escorn, the quiz masters here.
Have a go at posting some of the comments up so you know what you're doing. So just try.
How do we do this then? Because
you just click on one of the comments. There we are.
Love that, Luke, son. Love it.
And then you can take that off, or you can just take it off and it puts our names back on.
So we are here with Lee Charles TV. Lee's just hit 2,100 subscribers. If anyone's not subscribed to Lee yet, I recommend it. You're on the road. You're on the road to 3K by the Football Blogging Awards, aren't you? So if anyone can subscribe to Lee, it'd be much appreciated.
What's this? It's Scorn 27. Put him on it. It's Ramos who's doing a stream on Bayern and Leon tonight. Is he? Is he turning into Thogden? Is he turning into Thogden?
How are we?
Celebrations.
Who needs football when you've got Ben and Lee? I love that.
No, I'll tell you what. Who needs it?
Love it, son. Love it, son. So how are we all? If you could all like the stream, it'd be much appreciated. So Lee, do you want to explain to everyone what your channel's all about?
It's all about Blackpool Football Club. Yeah, thumbs down from the Cods, eh? Our local rivals in the Nottingham Derby.
Yeah, you know it, mate. You know it.
Congratulations on 2,100. Ben and I have done a couple of collaborations together, haven't we, on our channels? We've interviewed each other outside the games. And there's a little bit of banter, and we love it, don't we? Both, you know, I really like Ben's content. It's great. Love it. Love this he's been doing. And he's on our Football Vloggers podcast on a Monday with some other podcasters, and I'm returning the favour, and I'm on tonight. I do a football blog about Blackpool Football Club. I never ever intended to be a football vlogger. Do you want to know the story of how I ended up?
Go on then, Lee. How did you become a football blogger?
All right, okay. Well,
some people think you can just turn up, do one vlog on Manchester United and be successful.
Yeah, no, it doesn't quite work that way, but I'll just explain you my story. So I watched a YouTube video about 3 years ago. It was just I just went on YouTube. I really didn't go much on YouTube, and there was this guy, and he had like a birthday party. He lived down in London. He had like an outdoor swimming pool. He had a tricky DJ playing, and he had all these like blowups in the pool. And when I watched the video, I thought, this looks like Steven Spielberg's filmed this video. You know what I mean? It's so good. So I started teaching myself, you know, how to make just like family barbecue videos and all this sort of stuff. And I started watching more and more YouTubers on how to film cinematically and all this sort of thing. And just before Blackpool came back for the homecoming game, they were asking for volunteers to go down and clean the seats at Bloomfield Road. So I thought to myself, well, I tell you what, and I watched a Casey Neistat video that says, you know, if you want to start a channel or do something, then just do it and just do something and see what happens. And you never know where it just might lead, you know. And so I thought, I'll tell you what, I'll make a video about cleaning these seats. I'll have a bit of a rant at Oyster. I'll do, you know, I'll show all the pigeon poo everywhere.
Was this just after the Oystons left the club then?
Yeah, this was just before the homecoming day. All the seats obviously hadn't been sat in. Thousands of seats hadn't been sat in, and they were just covered in pigeon shit everywhere. The ground was a mess. So they're asking for volunteers. The BST, the Blackpool Sports Trust, were asking for volunteers. So I thought, go down, clean a few seats, like I say, have a rant at Oyster, show all the pigeon poo, interview the people doing it, you know, and go down and clean some seats myself. So I did that, and I put the video up on YouTube, and within about 2 or 3 days, I got a message straight through from Quest HD saying, "Can we use your footage?" Yeah. Then I got an email from the One Show saying, can we also use your footage? And
Not
I
a
ended
bad
up being
start, is it?
no, this is like my first video, so I'm thinking, oh, life's easy, isn't it, for me? But where do you go from there? So I got interviewed by the comedy carpet, on the comedy carpet by the One Show, and also by Quest HD, and it all sort of started from there. And I just kind of became this Blackpool vlogger. That it was never the intention, you know what I mean? Obviously, Blackpool's my team, but I didn't think I'd be there doing football vlogging. But because I did it with BST, I got and I did the video, and it kind of gave the Blackpool Supporters Trust a bit of a boost. And I met Christine Seddon, and then I said to Christine, you know, I've got this YouTube channel. Do you want me to like do a few things? You know, I can do an interview with you in Rollies. I came up with this idea for a coffee at Rollies, and that's where it came from. And then I did Christine, and then she said, I know Eamon O'Keefe. I went, Eamon O'Keefe, you kidding me? You know, he was like my favourite when I was a kid. You know, oh God, I loved him. And she said,
it's the players that are like aren't always the best, but like you love from like growing up as a child.
Oh my God,
you know what I mean?
I was just such a big fan of Eamon O'Keefe. So honestly, it was like I had to pinch myself because I was interviewing Eamon O'Keefe, you know what I mean? And I did it in the wrong seats, really. I should have done it by the windows, where I did Tony Green, I did Derek Spence, you know what I mean? And all these interviews were coming on, and it just went from there. And then I went to the club and said, I'm like, you know, doing, you know, I've done Eamon O'Keefe, and I've got this YouTube channel, and I arranged to meet one of the board at Blackpool. And when I turned up, he didn't really have much time for me. He just said to me, Stuart Hudson, the media guy, will take you around. And, you know, he just didn't have any time at all. And then he didn't even know who I was, but they know who I am now. You know what I mean? They really do.
Yeah.
But, I've done loads of stuff. I've done kit launches, and I've done, you know, the players Q&A, walking football, done all sorts of things. And
I think it's good that you have a broad mindset of a channel, isn't it? And some people, like some YouTubers, are unbearable to watch sometimes, if I'm honest with you. And they won't show the face, or just show highlights from the game, which is good for a start. But you've got to be, you can't just expect to do one video a week and hit successful. But we've got a few questions here. Where do you think Barnsley will finish, Lee? Because they stayed up on the last day. They will probably face to go down.
A bit of a bogey team for us, Barnsley, to be honest.
Changed the manager. I don't think we've ever beaten them, but they've beaten us every time. Where do you think they'll finish? I think they'll stay up again, because I think when the manager came in, they're one of the best sides in the division. I think they finished 12th maybe since when they came in. So I'm going to go for 18th. All
right.
So what are you going to say?
I'd say they might hang in there. I mean, they turned it around, didn't they? But they had the
100%.
But they had the fortune of Wigan, didn't they?
Yeah, to be fair, people go, you shouldn't be celebrating because they came down. But at the end of the day, your football clubs just stay up. They were in, I think I worked at a stat. Charlton were only in the relegation zone one day, I think 1 week of the whole season, right? And Barnsley were in it from the second week in September. Barnsley stayed up, Charlton went down. And it just shows you, because you always expect the teams at the bottom of the table, the last 3, 4, 5 games, they always pick up. Luton picked up the last 15. They were unbelievable.
They were down. They were dead and buried.
Yeah. If you can keep your questions coming, that'd be appreciated. We've got a question here from Luke. Derby or Forest? I'm going to go for Derby for you, Luke, son. What about you?
Derby or Forest for what?
Which team do you prefer?
Oh, which team was between Derby and Forest? Derby.
Yeah. I think they've got a bigger fan base. Sorry, Doug. Hello, Ethan.
My best mate Bill used to be a Derby County fan, and funnily enough, they became my second team at one time. I was big. I started following Derby a bit, and it just fizzled out. But it's because my best mate was Derby. What I mean? So it just kind of goes that way sometimes. So I've never really been a Forest fan. Sorry, Dor, about that, but I never have. But we knocked them out of the playoffs anyway, so we're.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Wayne Rooney actually plays for Derby. I don't know if it's mentioned a lot, but he plays for Derby County. Not that the media mention it a lot, but so where do you think Blackpool finished this year then?
Did we not finish? I don't know where we finished in the end.
No, I mean this next year. I mean.
Oh, we're winning it. We're champions, mate.
No, mate, not with
Come
Football
on.
League.
I always, honestly, Ben, I always think we're going up as champions every season, and I'm often really disappointed, as you can imagine. But I always believe, you've got to believe, mate. If you don't believe you're going to be champions, there's no point in being
No.
a football fan, is there? You've got to believe this is it. This is the season. This is one of the things that I always thought with the Oystons, that they kill the dreams that you always have as a football fan. Because as a football fan, you'll know you're always, every season you think you're going to get promoted. Every season you think you're going to get a cup run. You're going to draw United in the cup or something. You're going to get like 100,000 or whatever, or £1 million in, and you're going to buy a player, or you're going to get a better stand, or you get better pies or whatever. And Blackpool won the biggest prize in football. They won £96 million, and we might as well have never won it. It just might as well never happen. So all those dreams that you have as a fan, you know, even dreaming of going back in the Premier League, you think about, well, if we get back in the Premier League, nothing's going to happen. We're still going to be. They're not going to spend any money, and it just killed you as a football fan. There was no point in going and watching Blackpool. It was just rubbish.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because when you went up that season, you had a good squad, and you had a good mentally squad, and you were never really in the playoffs. In, like, you hear what Holloway said, and you hear some of the stories on Under the Costa podcast. Gary Taylor Fletcher, Jason Newell, Brett Ormond have all spoken out about it. And it was $6 million bonus that they were all going to get, and Newell had to take, like a solicitor, he had to get
just crap, innit? I mean, it's just rubbish, innit?
Unbelievable.
Everything they did, and yet they paid Owen Oyston £12 million. You know what I mean? He wouldn't play the players, and you know, you've got players, you know, trying to take the club to court, and it's just the whole thing, you know. And then obviously we went down and down, didn't we? And you just think, why did, you know, as a football fan, there was nothing left for you to dream about at the start of the season. You think
it's difficult, isn't it? Because obviously
there's nothing to win. They're not going to spend any money. You know, if you draw United in the cup and you go to Old Trafford and you get £1 million in gate receipts, they'll just take it. And so you can't get, you know, but now we've got all those dreams back again, haven't we? You know, we're starting to dream of, you know, getting in the Championship and then getting in the Premier League. And even the Premier League, it's not as good as you think it is.
No,
there's a lot of things
fake. It's because
it is fake.
The thing is, I've always said this, and I had an argument with my dad about it, and he likes the Premier League. I follow Spurs. I think it's a great league. But for me, the most entertaining league, I don't know if the comments will agree. You let me know in the comments down below. Which league do you prefer to watch, like, as a neutral? The Championship or the Premier League? And the Championship has so many good teams, like the Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Forest, Fleetwood next year. No, but there's so many that shouldn't be there. And this year it feels weird because there's no Leeds, there's no Fulham, and this is the ideal league. If you were a Derby fan or a Forest fan or a Brentford fan, you'd be thinking, this is our best chance to go up. Because I said it last year, Ipswich, Sunderland, we had Wickham, Portsmouth and Oxford. Wickham they weren't the best side in the playoffs, but they were hard working. Portsmouth were a poor side last year, I thought. I didn't think they were anywhere near where they should be. And Oxford were all right. And I went, there's no big teams in here. Apart from the Portsmouth, who've been poor. So why not? Do you know what I mean? So it's difficult. A lot of people are coming in with the Championship. Someone said, a question for us, where do you think Sunderland will finish next year? They are interested in Maddison, I've heard, Sammy Smodux. So how do you think?
Depends on how this salary cap affects them, doesn't it, really? It depends on the salary cap. I mean, obviously, the limit of players. I don't know. They're a bit of a train wreck club at the moment, Sunderland. I mean, we watched Sunderland till I die. The second Jane couldn't watch the first series because it was Larry was there and she just couldn't even entertain it watching him on TV or anything. She'd had enough of him, as you know, made her cry and everything. But the second series, it's really interesting. It shows you how hard it is to run a football club, really. How much you're up against. And they've got, they're a massive club, aren't they? But they just can't seem to do it. They're a bit like Leeds have been over the years in the Championship, but 100%. Eventually they will get out. I'm pretty sure.
League One is one of those leagues. I said, like one of the owners said, you can have a year in League One to regroup, and it sometimes can help a team who
if you get stuck in there.
The Championship. And people always moan at me when a team comes down or gets a double relegation, like obviously Oldham went down to League Two. I think the most important thing is to do after relegation is not to go down again, like Portsmouth did. Like
double dip. No, you don't want to.
Plymouth did it as well.
Yeah, we did.
Huddersfield nearly
Blackpool
did.
did.
Did you?
Yeah, we double dipped. Yeah, we went down from the Championship to League One, then straight down to League Two, and then we came back.
Right, okay.
And then we came back, didn't we, at Wembley? But nobody was really following it.
For me, you've got to finish mid-table. Finish mid-table and consolidate. You know what I mean? And don't go down again. Obviously, you've said you're gonna win the league, right? And we're gonna.
I think League One is get out of a ball, if that makes sense. I think you can get out of it. I don't think the football's that great at this level. I didn't see anything last year that really, we were saying there's no football club came to Bloomfield Road that really tore us apart. No. I don't think anybody played well. There was loads of teams, wasting time and diving, bringing trainers on and all that sort of stuff. But there wasn't any team that, I watched obviously Blackpool in the Premier League, and I'm telling you what, the football in the Premier League is like on another level.
Quick,
anything you've ever seen. It's even the Championship. It's not a patch. You're just watching football. You're thinking this is like I've never. I didn't even know this football existed. You know what I mean? It's so good. And yet League One really, but you're at that level. All your players are. They're not Premier League players. They're League One players, and you've got to try and get really Championship level players to get you out of it. But you can get out of it. You can get out of it.
I think.
Have we got any questions on here? What's going on?
Yeah, let's have a look then. I think the way. Any questions, lads, by the way? Something till I die is comedy gold, someone says. But like I say, you look at Salford. For me, I look at Salford, and they've done so well there to get up. But you look at all the players that they buy, and for me, they didn't do as well last year because they've got players there who are there on big money, who are there. They don't really care about the club. And if you look at them, they don't buy. Fleetwood are a selling club where we bought Dempsey. Well, Dempsey's not a good example, but we bought Louis Coyle on a free in January, and we sold him for 350k. We bought Cole on a free, sold him for I think 300-400 grand, which
is good business. It's good business.
So it's like that will keep Fleetwood sustainable. Whereas Salford will sign a 28, 29. This is what they do. They do a Mourinho. They'll buy proven talent, ready-made, and they'll earn the money back by getting a promotion. Do you know what I mean? Like, I remember I was listening to the Peter Crouch podcast, and Stoke were moaning. The owner was like, I don't see why we should sign Peter Crouch. We're not going to make a profit. And Pulis basically said, you're not going to make a profit on the transfer fees, 28, 29. But one thing I can guarantee, 4 or 5 years while he's here, he will keep you in the Premier League and you'll make your money back that way. He'll score 10, 15 goals. He's good around the dressing room, and he'll keep you in the Premier League. And that is good at that level. But in League 2, League 1, you do need to have players. You do need to have profits coming into the club and not just spend.
I mean, the academy as well. I mean, you see that Fleetwood have got a great academy now, haven't they? Hopefully that'll sort of bring. We've got a new lad has come through our academy. This Shaw, isn't it? That's come through. Nathan Shaw has come through our academy, and he looks good. So academy football. That's what we're all hoping with Critchley is going to start bringing these 100%. Lads through. We haven't seen many academy boys. Well, we haven't seen any come through over years. But I was reading somebody's blog about this, about the Blackpool Academy, and they just basically there was nowhere for them to kind of go after the academy. They didn't get into the first team, and they just got shipped out basically and put on loan somewhere and just forgotten about. Even the good ones, they just like brushed them aside and sent them out somewhere, and that was the end of it. It's a shame, really. So hopefully from now we'll start bringing young kids through, because that's where the money is, isn't it?
Yeah, it is weird, because Fleetwood have signed players in the past that have gone on. We've not given them a chance in the first team. They played development football. I listened to Elliot Osborne. He never got a chance at Fleetwood, and now he's playing for I think he's played for Stevenage, Stockport, and he's really bulked up and playing men's football. He looked really impressive at Stockport last year. He's now I think he's League 2, and it's like, if we would have just been, we had Greta, we had Ros, who wasn't really interested in playing that way. But Joey's a type that he wants to give youth a go. And last year, I said we had a great window. We had a great, I thought the window up till the deadline day was poor. And I was going into deadline day thinking, and I remember going on a long run with my mate. and we were interested in nobody. And then Lewis Gibson came through the door early on. I'm thinking that's our business done. We still need another winger, and we sign Barry Mackay. Comes out the blue, but we signed Barry Mackay, Lewis Gibson, Callum Connolly, extended Suits loan, signed Louis Coyle permanently, and that was like a huge win, and that's why we got into the playoffs. So that window in the summer, in January,
very good window for you,
isn't it? Like, I don't
it
think
is. Oh, it's a very important.
However, now we let one of our best centre halves go in Ash Easton to Salford, and I said at the time, I went, this is a short-term solution. This might get us up this year, but in the summer we'll be struggling without them. Do you know what I mean? So, but like I say, another ex-Blackpool player, Lee. I think Joe Hart signed.
Joe Hart. Well, I'll tell you what, Joe Hart. I mean, he came on loan to Blackpool, and you know we got up with Joe Hart in. We did the perfect 10 with him in. He didn't play
10 wins in a row.
Yeah, to get up. And all I can remember that my fondest memory of Joe Hart is we were in the North stand at Blackpool then. He was in goals. I mean, you know, this shot came in. It was like a rocket. Honestly, it was going in. You know, and my dad just went like goal. You know, goal. It was going in, and he just went, and the ball like just stuck in his hands. You know, it just stuck like glue to his hands. And my dad went, bloody hell, who's this lad? And we didn't even know who he was. It was like his first time on. He said, bloody hell, this is all right. Oh, Doran Tour's here.
Here he is.
Oh, he's in. You can bring him in if he wants to come in. Do you want to bring him in?
If you want to come in, mate, give me a message on Twitter, son. All right. Morgan Gray, hello, mate. Rochdale fan. Another team that have lost a few good players to lead this summer. Callum Camps, Ian Henderson. Do you think Rochdale could stay up again?
Is this to me? So sorry.
Yeah. I'm just asking you. Do you think Rochdale will stay up again?
Yeah. Well, they looked a bit doomed at one time, but yeah, I mean, we smashed Rochdale at Rochdale, but we didn't win. You know, it was unbelievable how we didn't win at Rochdale. But yeah, they seem to have that ability to hang in there, don't they? But you're always a bit of a favourite to go down. You always think they will, don't you? Really?
Yeah, it's difficult.
Well, the trouble is, the thing with football at the moment is you don't know how many clubs are going to be in trouble at the moment. They're dropping like 9 pin. I mean, we've got Derby might be facing a points ban. They've got Charlton Athletic. You know, we need to hear about them because they're sounding a bit like, you know, they're talking in the same breath as Bury about Charlton. Yeah. They might go completely. So I don't know what's going to happen. It's such a mess, and the clubs are not going to be getting the revenue in. This is the problem. No, I mean, Blackpool announced today yesterday we got our season tickets, but they put a cap on it at 4,000. Of course, we fell for the hype, didn't we, yesterday? And we had to run down to the ground because they were saying they're only capping it at 4,000 season tickets. So before the live stream, we were down buying all the 4 tickets because we thought, oh no, because
I'll send you the link.
If we can't get in, you know what I mean? We can't. If we haven't got a season ticket and they start the matches coming back, I can't do my vlogs or anything. I said we've got to get tickets, haven't we? So we got we got stuck it in.
Like need more signing nappers. Need more signing nappers, 100%. Players we brought in so far have been good, but we need a few more. We want anywhere near where we were last season. Blackpool looking good early on. Yeah, Blackpool are looking good. However,
looking very good.
Fleetwood have signed 3 good players in Boys, Callum Camps, and obviously Rossiter. However, in my opinion, I still think we need 2 centre halves. I still think we need a winger, a striker, and possibly we do need a right back. Flanagan is on trial. That'd be our right back sorted. We've also got Duffy who can cover wing, but I prefer him in midfield. Yeah. And I think after that we'll need 4 more. Scott Harris is asking about Ivan Toney. Have you turned him down, Brentford, is he? I know Brentford have just signed Charlie Good on a £1.5 million deal. What do you think about Toney not going to Brentford, Lee?
If somebody is a Premiership club in for him?
Apparently, some of the lower league, like I think maybe a Brighton might have a pop at him because
you've got to go. You've got to go, though. Honestly, if you're a footballer and you get a chance of Premier League football, and you've got to take it because if you shine in the Premier League, you're made. You know, you're made for life. Honestly, you know, if somebody, if you bang, I don't know, 15, 20 goals in the Premier League, you know, you could go anywhere. Massive money, can't you?
You look at Brentford, though. Look at the players: Watkins, Bananarama. I call them just for easiness. But then you look at the players that they brought through, and they signed Watkins for like 4 or 5 million, selling him for 25 million quid. Bananarama will be the same, and it's like already there they've made probably about 30, 40, 50 million pound profit. And I think this Charlie Good player will be the same. He'll go for 6, 7 million pounds to like a Brighton or a Burnley in the future. It's like, I think the way they invest is so well, isn't it?
Yeah, you just have to take your chance.
Ethan Hamilton.
Opinions on Ethan Hamilton to Peterborough. So
ex-Manchester United. I think he had a spell at Rochdale a few years ago as well.
I love your knowledge, Ben. It's unbelievable.
You got to be done on it, mate. Got to be done.
I don't even know who he is. Ethan Hamilton. I wonder. Where's he played? Who's he played for him?
He used to play for. He was like in the academy at United, and he had a season at Rochdale a few seasons ago. But it's a good signing for them, really. Young, energetic. I think they're signing another one on loan who was there last year as well. So
our problem is like,
here he is. If you want to come in, mate, I'll send you the link on Twitter, pal.
Oh, I'll see you.
What do you think of Stoke away, Lee?
Oh, well, it's just, it's a cup we're not bothered about, are we really, to be honest? What we do without it. It's not the greatest draw. I would have definitely gone because I've never been to Stoke's new ground.
Well, I have. And
I haven't been. See, the weird thing for us Blackpool fans, and especially for me, is we we're like 5 years of not a penny more. So I've been out of football. I've not been following football, for 5 years. So we're only just really back.
Yeah.
We're just back into football and it's gone again. You know what I mean?
100%.
So we haven't really had a chance to build up any knowledge of anything because I just haven't been watching any football. I was still destroyed with Blackpool and the Oystons. I couldn't bear anything. I've not watched, I've just ignored it completely until Blackpool came back.
So I don't really want people coming on.
Put the link on there. Or you can put the link up. You can put the link up if underneath it says share a link and you just paste it in the comments. You paste.
I'm only adding you though, Dor. So if people are trying to join, I'm only.
No, they can't get in because only you can let them on. So you just put it up in the comments.
That should work, Dor, mate. Hopefully.
You've got to show it in the comments, Snappers. Yeah, show it in the comments.
Just done it. How do you think Northampton will do in League One?
How do I think Northampton? Oh yeah, you got it there. How do I think Northampton will do in League One? Yeah, I don't see them as hot favourites, to be honest. Northampton, I don't think so.
Hello.
Yeah, there we
are. Here we are.
Hello, ladies.
Is it time to move on to the next?
Get a grip.
More looking good.
Yeah, look.
This is Dor on tour.
I thought I'm Bor on tour.
His children.
Dor on tour.
Get the little one. Where's the little one, Dor?
Oh, she's prattling around over there somewhere.
Dor, your little one's around when Boris worked last year.
Oh, shut. Listen, I will go. Leave me. Oh, Ben, I stick up for you the other day. Stop bullying me.
Like I say, if you could all like in the stream, that'd be appreciated. And keep the questions flowing. Oh, Tyler Dodd's coming. We'll let him in a minute. We'll let him in.
So how's everyone today? How's everyone?
I'm very good, mate.
Oh, hang on, who's this coming in?
Here he is. Like I said, you could. Dor is a legend. We're not the right door.
Can we hear him?
Hello.
Gone to a shambles, hasn't it?
I've just put my some vlog out. So if you go and check it out, people.
Yeah, I might dislike it, mate.
There's no need for it, is there, Ben? No need for it. There's no need for it. But yeah, just we've been linked with.
I'd love to see it up the Rams. Luke Whittleson, I love it, son, mate.
Delete him. Get rid of him.
What's the biggest club on here?
Who?
No, mate, never. Can't do that to Luke.
Just got to be careful who you let on. Make sure you know who they are, and you want them to be like correct aspect ratio. So they've got the phone the right way around.
Yeah.
They're
like. Tyler's not on, son.
So background noise, Dor.
I know it's my niece and my nephew. It's my daughter and my the niece. They're making so much noise.
How's she coming through your microphone?
Oh what?
She's louder than you, and you're right by the microphone's right by your mouth.
Now. No shouting now.
If we can get Will Grigg, he will do well. And what do you think of Will Grigg then this year then?
Who's going? Where's he going?
He's still at Sunderland, but he's not really hit it off there, has he?
No, not at all. No. But he's still at some. Door, your background is so loud, door.
Like I said,
Hear me now.
Really loud, yeah.
No, I can't hear you.
Hear me now.
I can hear you.
3 years, door. I might see you about 3 years.
Can hear you. Can hear you. It was just all the noise behind. It's really loud. It's not now. It's gone now.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be. You know what? It might be my headphones.
Keep the
then.
questions flowing, guys. Come on, we need some questions.
Forget them then. You sound all right without the headphones. That's miles better, door. Yeah. So what do we think about Grigg? Well, if he gets his shooting boots on for Sunderland, he'll do really well, won't he?
Yeah, he will. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. But how do you think Forest do this year then, Dor?
Well, today there's been rumours that Thiago Silva might be going to Olympiacos. That's our big sister club.
Oh, doesn't your owner own you as well?
He owns Olympiacos. And
so do you get any business from them at all?
Pardon?
Do you get any like loanees from there?
Well, we did at the start, we did, but now we don't. But like I said, I think you know with this FFP, I think if Olympiacos see a Forest player, they'll take him. So it seems like Silva would be going to Olympiacos, but we've got a replacement in for him. So it's a win-win situation for us. But I'm going to miss him because I don't know if you remember, Benny, he scored past you in the Carabao Cup last season.
Right. How do we delete people? Well, I'll tell you something. We battered you that game.
We won.
We battered you that game. We were unbelievable.
Who won? Who won?
Football won.
Not the best team according to Ben.
No. James, come in. Ben, when is a good documentary? I won't, by the way, I won't ban you, James, like somebody did in the stream. No, but I'm not sure.
It was an accident, I promise.
It should have been last year, really, but we don't know. Evening, guys. Hope you're well. Hello, mate. Our guys are in our league this year.
Yes, they are. And they've got
longest trip of the season, 650 miles from Fleetwood.
Yeah, it's a long way. We're really hoping that's an early season fixture that we don't have to go to.
It's one of those that you want in. Well, I've had it in November and October so far. Stayed over for the first time in Brixham, which was a lovely weekend. And the November one was not the greatest. You want it in like early August, you know what I mean? It's a bit when you can go, but it's lovely weather down there.
We're just hoping we don't have to travel down to Plymouth this year. And of course, they've got Ryan Hardy on loan from Blackpool, and they love him down there, don't you?
I love the way he looks at that.
They really do like Ryan Hardy.
Yeah. On that, then you've still got Joe Nuttall, but you've let go of Ryan Hardy.
Hardy. Well, it's a mystery really because Nuttall's done very little for us, and he's just not been a great player. And Ryan Hardy didn't really get a look in, and yeah. He did score a great goal in, I think it might have been the Carabao Cup, great goal. And then he's never got a look in and went down to Plymouth and was banging in every game. We've obviously brought him back. They just take him on another year loan and we can't quite.
Take that stupid comment off.
What? Sorry? I'll put these one up instead then, mate.
Okay, you want to score something at the bottom. Do you have to do it yet?
What? Yeah. I worked it out before, but I pressed go live and I realised I was going live to 0 people. I went on private.
We went private, yeah. He didn't put it on public. He thought.
Question for Daw. If you could keep the questions coming in and let us know you want to answer. Daw, a question for you, son.
Daw, how do you feel about the draw in the Carabao Cup? Hopefully we batter you again. We should have the 9 goals. What do you think will be? Oh, is he a Barnsley fan? To be fair, you know what? Are you too bad about the Carabao Cup this year?
No, because we can't go.
I'm not bothered. I'm I'm not
Could do
bothered.
without it. Could do without it, really, couldn't you? It's just,
Yeah, like,
it's just annoying. The whole things, the whole way they do it,
Yeah,
and the whole
but
league thing, and
is it the fifth?
somebody's under 23s. Is that the one where we have Premier League under 23s and all this garbage? It's
Yeah, I think I don't know why. I don't know why we're doing it, to be fair, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Nobody goes even when fans can go, though, do they? Nobody goes to the games. You're lucky if you get 1,000 going. You know, 'cause nobody's interested in it. It's a weird cup. It gets good when you get near the,
Used to be good.
the finals, but nobody's really.
Used to be good.
Nobody's
You know what I mean?
interested.
Who's Fleetwood got, Ben?
What in the cup? Wigan at home. Wigan at home. But going on to another fixtures. The fixtures for you, dog, get released tomorrow, don't they?
No, it's Friday.
No. Premier League tomorrow. I thought you promoted, dog.
Yeah, I'm going.
Don't take it. Don't take it.
No, from now on, you know when people pick on you, I'm going to let people do it now from now on. I've had enough. Leave me alone.
We love it, though, really. We love it. I've got no Reese to bully right now, so I've got to go for the next best thing. Like I say, if you could all like in the stream, I think we're on about 25 likes right now. So
yeah, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I've just brought a video out as well, so it's about
to get everyone to subscribe to Lee Charles TV and give him plenty of dislikes. You know,
if you take the comment off every now and again, it puts all the names back on your screen. I found that before. If you take a comment off, watch all the names should they? I see.
Go and subscribe to those two guys. Like I say, Lee's on the road to 3K. Door's on the road to 300 subscribers.
Door's on about 3,500, aren't you, Door? Yeah, 3.5.
2.5,
I think I'm on 2.5. I think 2.7.
Oh, 2.5.
Yeah,
I'm catching you. I'm catching 2,100 now, so I'm coming after you. Got to get past Door.
I was about to do a PSG live stream before. Nah, I'm not doing that. No chance.
No, I remember Lee saying. I remember Lee saying in the video, and I got at it. He goes, "Come on, we've got to get more subscribers from that kid from Fleetwood." and it wasn't me who found out; it was someone at Fleetwood Town Football Club who told me you used to work at Blackpool. And I went, and I was searching your channel. I went, I can't find it. What videos are you on about? And
it was one of the pitch ones. It was one of the pitch ones at the start. So I've got to get past this young kid from bloody Fleetwood. He's got 5,500. Well, I think he had 4,500 there. I thought I've got to get past him with Blackpool. You know, we're bigger than Fleetwood. That's how I'm trying to draw up some subscription. I'll get past you. I will get past you. You heard it here first. I'll get past Nappers.
Nappers are about Jason.
I will have to go. I will have to go now.
All right, Dor, see you in a bit, mate.
No problem.
Thank you for letting me on. No way.
No, this is where the stream gets good again.
Oh, get a grip of yourself, Nappers.
See you in a bit, mate.
See you later. Thank you for coming on.
Sort him out, Lee. Sort him out. Sort him out.
I can't delete him. I'm on his stream.
All right, I'll speak to you soon.
See you later, mate.
Jane Stewart is. Jason Steele to Fleetwood. Have you?
Yeah. What was I going to say then? Sunderland legends. They should have ditched the League Cup this season. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, I don't see the point in it. FA Cup replays have been cut as well. Like, I'd rather have the FA Cup replays to the Carabao Cup and the EFL Cup. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. And I would have made the Champions League one leg, possibly. You know what I mean? Just to stop that fixture congestion and travelling all over, or do the Champions League, maybe have a midsummer break and do it in Portugal so there's no travelling. Olympiacos don't have to travel over here. We don't have to travel to, say, Portugal or France. And
Daniel Teckers is here. Daniel Teckers, look, has joined in. There we are. St Albans playing at Watford training ground a week, and he's going.
All right, lovely.
Oh, that's all right.
You heard about Step 7 and beyond are allowed 15% capacity from Saturday and 30%.
Yeah, which is great. And it's just great. I mean, it was ridiculous, wasn't it, that they weren't allowing fans into non-league? You know what I mean? 15% capacity, that'll be it. They'll be full with whoever normally goes. They don't get much more than 15% capacity anyway, do they?
But more people will go because it's football. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, ridiculous. What have we got here? We got
Sheffield Wednesday cheating the FFP.
Arsenal Sheffield Wednesday cheating with financial fair play and stadium problems leads to 12-point deduction. In my opinion, they deserve it. Has been on for around 3 years. They deserve it. What are you thinking?
I think
I didn't know they were. It wasn't common knowledge around here. That's for sure. I don't know where you're from, Scott, but we didn't know much about Sheffield Wednesday cheating.
They are getting a 12-point deduction next year. However, they were getting it deducted before Charlton were. So if Charlton are getting deducted, why aren't Wednesday? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Well, and Derby, well, they're in trouble.
I thought it was going to Sheffield United.
Are Derby getting a 12-point deduction this season? Have they already been given that, haven't they? I think Derby.
I'm not sure. Like Luke,
pretty sure they were given it.
Luke, it'd be great to have your thoughts on that. Like, who is a Derby fan? Sorry,
Ramsdale to Villa.
Yeah, like James said, they should have got rid of bin the Checkatrade Trophy. Well, it's back to the EFL Cup because it's the Leasing Cup sponsorship has gone, hasn't it? But I don't know if you used to be in League One when they did the EFL Trophy. You might have been in the Championship then, but it was a great tournament. It was a knockout tournament, and you'd start off in round 1, round 2, and like we got to the semi-final 2 times in 3 years, like of the area final. So we played Barnsley over 2 legs, drew 1-1 away and lost 2-1 at home. And no, we drew 1-1 at home and lost on pens, and Barnsley went to the final. It used to be Min that way, one of the best competitions about. Ramsdale to Sheffield United, yeah, that's the one.
Oh, Sheffield United. Oh, that's a good move, isn't it? That's a good move. I mean, Sheffield United.
Poor from you, Lou. Have any of you got fancy Premier League teams? Let me know any cheap bargains, because my team is all right at the moment, but I'm just struggling to fit all the superstars in because I'm trying to get Mo Salah, Mane, Kane, but you just can't do that. What do you think about Messi potentially leaving Barcelona then, Lee?
I think it would be good, to be honest. I think he's been there a long time. Whether he's going to end up as just a one club, one man, but if I was Messi, I'd probably want to test myself in some other football, just to prove. I mean, we'd all love to see him in the Premier League, wouldn't we? See how we got on there. But I mean, it's a harder league, really. The Premier League than what they're in. But he's made a load of money. Does he need it? I don't know. Does he need to move? He certainly doesn't need it for a money move, does he? Like a freebie with a payout. He must have billions in the bank. I don't know how much he must have, even just on his like rights, his image rights. Can't even imagine. I mean, he's the greatest player in here.
You think he's better than Ronaldo?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, I do. It's just everything for me. I just think he's a wonderful player. He's just got everything. And unfortunately, I'll never like Ronaldo because of the wink. I'll just never ever forgive him for it. It just still pisses me off today, to be honest. That bloody wink, getting Rooney sent off. It just I can't forgive him for it.
Well, like I say, there's been so many players in the past that have played in the Premier League, and who would you say is the best player to ever grace the Premier League? Because you have Alan Shearer for his goals, you have Ginola, who was unbelievable, you have Henry, you have Harry Kane, who's a good striker.
Drogba was amazing.
Drogba again, Aguero, David Silva, De Bruyne, Hazard, Modric, Bale. These are just in like my year in the last 5, 10, 15 years. You know what I mean? So it's just unbelievably how well they've done.
Oh, there's just some amazing players in the Premier League. Honestly, it is worth going in. If you get, if obviously Fleetwood ever get in, you'll be amazed. But it's not. The experience isn't as good because you're not playing football all the time. You're off all the time. It's like weeks and weeks of no football, and then you don't play as many games, obviously. And then it's like they move all the fixtures around.
Yeah, Sundays.
You look at the fixtures at the start, and it's got you like Saturdays and whatever, and then all of a sudden you're on a Monday night, you're on a Friday night, and everything just moves around. You're like watching football on like ridiculous nights. You're thinking this isn't football. I like football 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
It's just,
honestly the worst.
Tuesday nights and Saturday afternoon at 3. Yeah. That's it for me. 5 o'clocks and 1 o'clock kickoffs and all that.
I don't mind them on a weekend, like, but the worst kickoff day, honestly, it's 12:45 on a Saturday. I cannot stand them because I go home and I'm bored for the rest of the day. Do you know what I mean?
It's the build up to the 3 o'clock, isn't it? Tyler Dodd is saying Blackpool linked with Benny. I'm not quite sure you say this name. Benningham, is it, from Everton? We are hearing this, but nothing's been confirmed. But we're playing Everton on Saturday, so maybe maybe something will come then. Right, Ben and Lee, who do you think will go up and down from the championships? My opinion: Watford, Bournemouth, and Cardiff up.
No.
I'm not feeling
Watford, Forest, sorry, Luke, and Brentford. I'm not feeling Bournemouth or Cardiff, or who was the other team that came down?
I think Bournemouth might struggle without Eddie Howe, to be honest. I think it was he's done wonders for him, hasn't he, Eddie Howe. Wickham, Rotherham, and the Pigs hopefully to go down. Well, Rotherham struggled last time, didn't they? I can't even believe Wickham, but they played quite well, didn't they, against you? But Wickham, I can't even believe they're in the Championship, actually.
But to be fair, they've done well on merit. They're there. And I've said they'll do what Huddersfield like they did in the Prem. They'll stay up this year. A lot of people give me a lot of backlash for saying that, but I believe they'll stay up.
They were lucky with the points per game, weren't they? They were lucky with points per game.
Yeah.
To get themselves in the first place.
I think the worst case for Blackpool, it was you just had a new manager, and I bet you're at a loose end now. Friendlies don't help. Like, they give you false information, I feel, friendlies. But I bet you don't know what to expect from the new season, which is good in one way, but uncertain in another. If you would have watched the last 10 games at Blackpool, you could have judged the playing football. Obviously, you could have said, we need to give him more time. We need to get him his own players, his younger players. But you only saw him for, was it 1 or 2 games? One, his first game, which he was there for like 2 days, and the other one was like his second game, which he played really well in. But 2 games. Yeah, but you played really well, didn't you?
We did.
Hello, Ethan, mate.
We just, looking at it, thinking about where he's come from this critically. I mean, he's come from Liverpool. He's run all the lads from like under 18s to the 20, under 23s. He's got an amazing knowledge of academy kids and all that. He's obviously coached Liverpool sides. His coaching style is, playing the Liverpool way, which got it, even if we don't get up, if we just watch football play the Liverpool way, I'll settle for that. You know what I mean? It's bloody marvelous.
The best football in the Premier League.
Oh, it's that pressing football that they play. I love it.
I play for Liverpool than City because City like to bore you to death. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Michael Brott saying he doesn't like Tuesday games. I don't mind Tuesday night games. Tuesday night games, Saturday afternoon at 3 games. It's when you start playing 1 o'clock on a Saturday, 1 o'clock on a Sunday, Monday night football, Friday night football. It's all just throws you out. And your weekend, you're always looking forward, aren't you, to Saturday. And when you play your game on a Friday, it's like the whole weekend's kind of, you end up doing shopping and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah. Saturday 3 o'clock.
Saturday is a man's escape from every. We go to football, we go to the pub before the game, and we spend the whole day out, don't we?
Yeah.
So it's a day out for men, meeting all your mates.
Because 3 o'clock you can get the vlog out on time and have a nice.
Yeah, it's just brilliant.
My weekend is I'm so stressed when I get on the coach. I'm editing away, and I don't talk to anyone for the first hour. I'm just stressing getting it up. Do you know what I mean? And
it's different now. You're a vlogger. It's murder being a football vlogger because you've got to get it up so quick, and it's a lot of pressure. I've been up till 5 o'clock in the morning. Jane went to a game last season, and it was they had to bring a helicopter in because a guy had a heart attack.
Wickham,
Wickham. That was it. And obviously the game they didn't even kick off till 9 o'clock, so the game didn't finish till nearly 11. And then she was sending me footage on the coach back at like 11:30. They had to start making a video about it. And I was up till 5 in the morning, putting that video out. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing here?
Yeah, but
she came in and I was still up. She come all the way back, from there and turned up at home, and I was still there, blooming editing away on it, thinking, I'm mad. I'm not right in the head.
Yes, you can, Jay.
not putting scores on and doing all the things and intros and music and clipping all the things. And then there was one time she sent me through a load of videos, and when they came through, they just were not in any order. You know, the map.
Oh, that's the worst. My mate did that. I filmed on my mate, and I remember thinking,
I was lost. I said, I just don't know what bit of this, where this is. I don't know whether it's in the first half, the second, you know, well, I could tell first half, second half, because I was kicking the other way, but like, I couldn't tell which bit was where. And oh man, I was lost. I was lost.
At the end of the day, you got to
come through on WhatsApp. Yeah. But honestly, people don't understand the work that goes into putting these videos together. It really is. You know, if you were doing, I don't know, a video on a camera or something, you know, or a new trainers, you can take all week over making a perfect, you know, you can spend time editing it, right? But
football vlogging's different.
You've got to get it, you have to get it on it's got to be on by the next morning, because you're on to the next game.
Yeah.
You know, the next game's coming up, so nobody's going to watch that one. It's a lot of pressure.
I only started uploading the next day.
Evening SHD. Say hello to SHD.
Hello, SHD, mate. How are you? A question for you, Lee. I'll let you answer that one. Why did you miss 5 years at Blackpool then?
Why have we missed it? Because we went, all the Blackpool fans boycotted the football. There was a number of reasons. Obviously, we weren't happy about the Oystons taking the money out, but worse than that, the Oystons started suing the fans and taking them to court for libel, for things that had been said on message boards. And they were just basically suing our family. So we just basically said, you know, stuff you, we're not watching anymore until you go. And it was not mainly due to that, because they had the court case with Bellicon, but it was such a high profile thing because Blackpool fans were not going, and we just went not a penny more. So once we got rid of the Oystons, we were back. So yeah, I've missed 5 years, and sadly, I missed 5 years with my boys. Before the not a penny more, Sebi was like 8, nearly 9, and when I was taken into football matches, then he was talking about Bloomfield Bear. He'd be saying to me, you know, where does he live and where does he sleep, and you know, who ties his shoelaces and all, you know, like a little, because he was 8 years old. And then when I went back with him to not a penny more, it's like sitting with a man. He's like, you know, oh, what's he doing there, and you know, who's he playing there, and that was a great ball. And I'm thinking, bloody hell, he's not talking about Bloomfield Bear anymore. But I've missed all those years with the boys, you know.
Yeah.
James should say, don't make out you got the rough end of the stick. I did. I was up till 5.
Well, you got home at 5 a.m, Jay, knackered after losing 2-0, 2-1, knackered, like literally on a couch. Or were you on a train that night as well, Jane, or were you on like a coach?
No, she's on a coach. Don't make out you got the rough end of the stick.
Yeah, that's a good thing then. If you got on a coach,
block her.
I'm not doing a you, mate. If I block me, Mum will shout at me.
Yes, the Oystons. Ethan is saying, yeah, the Oystons were awful. They were absolutely. Liam Roberts, just been watching some of your content. It's Bread Art, is that? That's okay. Yeah, thank you very much, Liam. Yeah, it's we do. In fact, if you want to see one of, you know, the best things, we did the Jane did the reviews of the away days, and I've had a lot of fun with it. Now I had time, you know. If you watch the last one, even if you just watched, I had time, and I'll tell you something now, right? I had done all the games, and I was on the last one. I'd done all the editing, done everything, and my Mac Final Cut Pro crashed, right? And I just could not get any file back at all. And in the end, I had to delete everything. I had to start all over again. And that's why we did it in because I just couldn't face doing all 20, because I've been at it for like 3 weeks. I'll be honest, I cried about it. I was so upset. I was devastated, and I was on the last,
because
honestly, I had to do all the editing again, and I can't. Well, the editing I did on those videos, you just, I can't even go into describing how much editing.
I remember Derry at home. We played Derry at home.
Yeah.
It was 2-0 up. We had good atmosphere, and Beckford was giving it the big one when he scored. They missed a last-minute penalty. We won 3-2, and it was great atmosphere. One of my favourite Fleetwood home games in the last 5-6 years, if I'm honest with you. got home, deleted
Yeah.
all my videos. And I couldn't get it back. I was gutted. Honestly, devastated.
You feel like crying. You really do feel like crying. It's absolutely it is devastating. It's really bad. You know, it's like your baby, isn't it? And oh man,
Love
but I did
that,
it all.
Curtis, mate. Love it.
I did it all, and I did it actually better than I did the first time. And so it took me like 2 months to do those top 10 videos. But honestly, you know, the top one, you may know it's the editing. I don't know, but the stuff I put into that was brilliant. But that's when you've got time. That's what I'm saying. You've got time, because I love editing. It's just trying to get it all in the time. What's changed too? It was freezing at Wickham. You were wrapped up all right. 2-0 down after 8 minutes. Yeah, well, that wasn't very good, I suppose. No,
yeah, but to me, like I say,
you were at a football match, enjoying yourself, watching the footy.
With my vlogging thing, it changed the way I did the video. I was going to have it as a bit like the video, me in a corner, and I thought I'd rather do it another way, where I just got a screenshot of where I put the person. I thought that'd be better, easier, and snappier. And it took me 2 days of editing, but I did it as like little, instead of editing all in one go, I did it like all the transitions, all the music in different, and it just felt so much easier doing it that way. And I knew I had a good video to release, where if I don't have a thingy,
oh, you've had a tip.
Ethan's come in with a 79p.
79p. You can dine out tonight.
Paying my rent. I can go out the 50%. Cheers, Boris. Cheers, Ethan, mate. Appreciate that.
When anybody beats 79p, keep this kid going.
Oh, no, mate. Honestly, mate. They all help. Ethan's coming with the 79p. Don't know.
Absolutely do. Brilliant.
Paying the rent.
I tell you what, I don't know if you've ever done this, Ben, but I was at this football training day. I was filming the Blackpool football training day, and there was like loads of kids there and families there. It's like a family training day.
Yeah.
And all the players were signing autographs, and because I've been doing Lee Charles TV, the kids were coming up to me asking me for my autograph and stuff. And I interviewed these 3 cute little kids down by the.
Oh, I think I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah, the people on here won't know anyway. But I'm interviewing these kids, and honestly, they were brilliant. You know what I mean? They were talking. They were so not. It was like talking to you, but they were about like 8, 9 years old. You know, telling me all this good stuff. And then at the end, they say, "No, we're going to be. You know, we'll be on. When's the video coming out and all this?" And when I got home. And there's another one as well on the same day, the same thing. There was some kids had made these like paintings of players, and they were getting the players signed. They were really good. There was Hennigan or something. They painted him, and I signed all these things, and I'm making a video of it and everything. And when I got home, I'd had it off when I was recording, and then when I obviously turned it off, I turned the camera on, so you see me like walking along, you see my feet and everything walking along, and I've not even realized I'm not recording. It's about 20 minutes at the end as I'm walking back to the car. I didn't record any of those kids. I was like, oh my god, I had my camera off.
Why can't I do it? Do you know what I mean?
I know. And I'm thinking those poor kids, they're all going to be waiting the next day, you know, can't wait to see themselves on Lee Charles TV. And I had a little bit, honestly, it was so bad. But these are things you do, you know, you turn recordings on and turn them off. And what's this? Yes, Ethan, 79p.
Here we go.
All right. Okay. As a Hull City fan, could you give me some reasons to be excited for League One? Well, this is my opinion on football, and I don't care what division you're in. If you're playing well and you're top of the league, you enjoy it. And if you get promotion and you get back into the Championship, it'll be a better season than hanging in for another season in the Championship.
Yeah.
Nothing better than promotion, and there's nothing better than having your team at the top of the league, because that's what. And I've said this loads of times. If Blackpool had gone out of business and we'd have had to start right back at the very non-league, and we'd have come up through all the non-leagues and we'd have like romped them, you know what I mean, and won, you know, with thousands going to all these little clubs. I would have enjoyed it as long as we're winning. I didn't enjoy the Premiership because we started losing when we kind of ruined it. I mean, we lost against Arsenal. I was devastated. You know, we were at Tottenham and they scored an equaliser. That Defoe scored one from about 30 yards out, way in the bottom corner in injury time. And I wasn't sat there thinking, oh, well, you know, it was great. We're playing Tottenham. I was devastated. I knew that was the reason we went down. So if you come down and you have a great season, that is your reason to be excited. That is it. It's football at the end of the day. and you kick the cat if you lose in League One, you kick the cat if you're in the Championship, or it doesn't matter what league you're in. You've got to be top of the league, and your weekends. If you're in League One and you're winning, your weekends are as good as they are if you're winning the Championship. So just keep the faith, Hull City fans. But I know there's a lot of trouble at Hull City because I did an interview with Gary Brabin, which is on my channel. You can all watch that. I did it, and I went on a lot of the Hull City boards, and they were telling me all about, they'd love to have Brabin back because he was the kind of player you love. So I know pretty well. But the good thing about Hull is if we get to see Jane says Hull is a great away day. So
100%.
we will be coming. Jane and I will be coming to Hull. So that's a reason to be excited, because you can get in touch with me and we'll get you on the channel, whatever. Yeah. There we are.
I remember under Uwe, right? We were on like really poor form. We started the season, we lost a lot of our good players, like the Conor McLaughlin's, David Bulls, and we finished 4th the season before. And I remember just kind of thinking to myself, like, what's happened to this squad here? We're not looking the same. We lost. We were conceding goal. 4-1 at home to Charlton, I think it was, or 3-1, 4-1 at home, 4-2. Was it 4-1, 4-1, 4-2 at home to Southend? We were conceding loads of goals. I'm thinking, this ain't good here. And we won 2 games. And no, we got to Peterborough at home. And this was just before Christmas on a Sunday, because I think Peterborough had a game in the FA Cup on the Thursday against Bradford.
Yeah.
I remember we were 2-1 up, and we had such a young squad, 23, 24. I thought, great youth experience, with no real experience. We had a free kick, Jack Selby at the bar. And I'm thinking, 2-1 should be 3-1. They go down the other end of the score, so I'm gutted. And then Kez makes a fumble, and we lose 3-2. So I'm thinking, oh no, we've lost 3-2. 2 goals in 2 minutes, we've lost. So we go into Gillingham, awful again. We lose 2-0 on a Friday night. They were unbelievable. We were awful. And then Kens gets dropped. Should never have been dropped, in my opinion. And then we win 2 games after Christmas, Bury and Oldham. People thinking, we're back. It was the right decision, getting Neil back on. I went, we've just beaten 2 of the worst teams ever to play in League One who went down. And then after that, I think we won 1 in about 12. We lost 7 in a row. And I remember going to school every day, like, depressed on a Monday, not happy. I remember beating Rochdale on a Tuesday night 2-0 when Sheridan came in. I went in on a Wednesday like a peacock, like, wait, get lost.
That's it. Don't matter. It doesn't matter.
I'm buzzing. And then we won 4-5 on the spin. And it's mad how happy you feel when you're winning.
It doesn't matter at League One, but Jane's added in that there's some great away days in League One. Now, if you're a Hull fan, go on our channel and watch Jane's away days, because you'll be able to follow the beer trail and the pie trail, because a lot of the ratings are on beers, pies at grounds, and where to go. So there is some great away days. And another great reason to celebrate League One is Rotherham are not in it, and they were the worst away day ever, so we've got rid of them. So you don't have to go to
Doncaster.
You don't have to. Doncaster is ace.
Lee will agree with me with this.
He's ace.
Said about Doncaster.
You got to go to Doncaster.
The stewards are the nicest. Fleetwood are great, but they're so nice. Like,
they're unbelievable, aren't they?
I asked them. I was a bit confused. Where directions? Where's this? Help me out again. I went. So there's this pub nearby that all my mates. I told. They directed me there. They actually walked me to kind of to the place where they could give me better direction. And I just thought, fair play, and it's so friendly. And the supporters liaison officer there, I don't know if he did that with you, he puts on all your fan pages what you can expect, and it's like, honestly, like, what a well-run club you
They had the fan zone. We could take, Jane and I took penalties in that. They were so friendly, honestly. And Rotherham, they were so miserable. Honestly, they're so close as well.
The problem is they'll come straight back down and go back up again. They'll come back again and go up.
Yeah.
They're like Wigan were a few years ago, like Barnsley were a couple of years ago, and it's just like those yo-yo clubs. Like, I know you said you'd like to be a yo-yo club, but I would rather. I said this. Because we've never been in the Championship, I would like 1 year, and I don't care if we come down with 4 points. It's the experience. Going to likes of, the big clubs, Sheffield Wednesday, Derby, Forest, in a league fixture, Fleetwood Town against Nottingham Forest, in a league.
Honestly, you'd love it. It's brilliant, honestly.
Sometimes.
Great grounds you're going to go to.
It's great when we play bigger teams. But I said to myself, I went, we're in the playoffs of League One over the likes of Sunderland, Ipswich, and
Wow.
the season.
Unbelievable.
Obviously, we did want to end the season earlier, but when we knew the vote wasn't going to go our way, we just agreed with a lot of the other teams. So it was difficult in a way. Do you know what I mean? So
you had a chance to go automatic, didn't you? To be honest,
I believe I said we were the best team in there with Oxford. It would have been us two challenging. Rotherham, in my opinion, they're all right, but they weren't good. And I've said Coventry, they would have won the league, but this league, that they are not the best winners that have ever won league. Because if I'm honest with you, they didn't play the best of football and they didn't have star players, but it's what they did have. They had an ethos, they had a good team, they had a good mentality where they'd win 1-0, they'd win ugly. They had that manager who get grinded out results, and that's what you need in League One. Luton last year were phenomenal. I think they won 22, and I think they went 22 undefeated. Because when we nearly went up a few years ago, we went 18 undefeated. And I remember going to Scunthorpe away. They were second, we were third. We won 2-0. And it was unbelievable. And we lost to Bolton. And that kind of shook us. So all you need is a run. Well, that's what we had last year. And if you would have been like us, not lost those 9 out of 12, and where we drew them, that's the only reason we kept in the race, wasn't it, to be fair? So Campsey looks really good for us nappers. Yeah, Callum Camps. Any signings that you're looking at, Lee, that played well in pre-season?
Of our signings?
Yeah,
we've signed some good ones. Actually, we signed Jerry Yates from Rotherham.
Right.
We beat Swindon, and he looks like he's going to be. He kind of reminds me. Some of the like older fans are saying he reminds them of Mickey Walsh, which if he's anything like Mickey Walsh, crikey. But other people, Martin Booker said he reminds me a bit of like Brett Ormrod because he tracks back and runs and chases and harries every ball. And if he's anything like Brett Ormrod, honestly, he's one of my favourite. If not my favourite player of all time, I would say Brett Ormrod.
what was I going to say then?
Marvin Ekpateta from Leyton Orient, a 6'4" defender. He's massive. He's looked a little bit shaky, just a little bit, but he's still a young kid. This CJ Hamilton that we've got from Mansfield, he's like a rocket, man. Honestly, he's so fast. He's really fast. Ethan Robson from Sunderland, we've signed. He's not, done anything spectacular yet, but he's supposed to be pretty good.
It's hard to tell with friendlies. Do you know what I mean? Because you get like a
Oliver Sharkic as well from
Burton Albion.
He played for Montenegro under 21s, and that's why Critchley had seen him already playing for Montenegro against Liverpool in Portugal. I think he met him, so he knew him from there. We a young lad called Nathan Shaw who has come through 1 year at Blackpool Academy, but we got him from Fulham Academy. It's looking very exciting. This Keshi Anderson that we signed from Swindon is like a tank. He's like a wrestler.
He's been good in League Two, hasn't he, in the past?
Yeah, it looks very exciting.
Thought he could take the step. Like League Two and League One, I think there's a big difference, but some of the players in there are really, really good. Like James said, there's always a surprise package. Wickham, I've done it. Shrewsbury did it. Luton last year. So there's always that team. Shrewsbury obviously nearly went up. I think they finished third with the highest ever points in League One to not go up.
We've got Liam Roberts saying, Ben, could I get some thoughts and tips for my channel, please? What's his channel like?
Very good. He does videos. He does videos with his dad about thoughts, and it's improved a lot since I've watched him. Which is like I always go by.
Which team does he follow?
I think he's a Wrexham fan. I always go by like I want to say to you in 2 years' time, your channel was rubbish 2 years ago now to compare to what it is now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a big.
You've got to keep making videos, and you've got to learn. You've got to learn what videos work and what videos don't. Because you kind of put a video out, you think this is going to do amazing, and it doesn't do amazing, and you think, why didn't it do amazing? And you've got to really look at your videos and think, well, why is that? Why has it not done well? And then sort of learn from the videos that flop, really, but never be afraid to put them out. And if they flop, they flop. But when they do flop, then think, well, why? What did I do wrong, or what did I do? Why did that one do 1,000 views? This one already done, and you've just got to really, you've got to be obsessed with it, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, do you want to come on, Sharky,
You've
lad?
got to have a lot of time for it as well. I mean, oh, Toon Army TV.
If you want to come on, mate, Toon Army TV, let me know. Yeah, I think the worst thing is, Lee, you'll back me up as a YouTuber.
Oh,
When
Tom
you put so
Allen.
much effort.
Who's this? What's he
When you
saying?
put- Oh yeah, a young winger.
Tom Allen on loan from Newcastle at Accrington Stanley. Well, look out for him, Sharky. Yeah, that's Toon Army TV, by the way. He's a Newcastle vlogger. If you haven't subscribed to him, make sure.
It'd be good to get you on Toon Army TV if you want to come on.
He's one of he's a great lad. Love him. Love his content and everything. And yeah,
very passionate, which I like.
But if he comes on, and somebody was asking what time we finish. If we get shot,
we'll do another 20 minutes if you want. And make up to an hour and a half if you want. But you'll back me up on this in a way where when you do a video.
Oh, Wrexham,
YouTube Studio at the moment.
Jane likes Wrexham.
When a video does really well on YouTube, YouTube Studio is very good to look at. But when it says 10 out of 10, which in some point is good, but when it's flopped and it's saying 10 out of 10, this is the worst video. It's the worst feeling in the world. It's just so crushing, isn't it? And it's
it is when you put a lot of work into it.
Hello, Reese, mate.
Reese Parsons. Hello, Reese. Liam Roberts is saying, yes. What's he saying? You have to accept failure along the way too. I had a lot of videos that haven't done well, which have got me down, but I've just carried on. I don't regret a single thing about YouTube. Yeah, absolutely. It's really, it's just got to be a passion, and you've not got to do it, you know, for any other reason than you just love doing it. And you have got to take, you know, you've got to take it on the chin sometimes and think, oh, blimey. But I've found with our videos that I was getting really down because Blackpool were not playing well. And I'm thinking, this is, you know, if they won tonight, I'd have like thousands of views, but they've lost. And then we realized that that we needed to get onto the team, you know, we needed to get the video out to the opposition fans who'd won.
Yeah.
And so they'd watch it, even if Blackpool fans didn't. And that was something we didn't really twig on, you know, because there's always a winner where you're losing. Is Toon Army saying he wants to come on? You have to put the link up for him if you
right, I'll send the link now in the chat, mate. Just give us a minute.
We're just saying we've got 20 minutes. We've got bloody Toon Army TV coming on. We'll be here till 1 in the morning, lads, if we've got Sharky on.
He's a legend, really.
Oh my gosh. These.
But like I said, it'd be good to get you on, mate. I'll just add you on now. Because I'm doing it with one hand right now, so the link should be in the chat as you see this. But yeah, like I say, League One's a fascinating league, and anything can happen.
It can. It really can. I mean, Fleetwood nearly got up. Anything can happen.
Exactly, and you look at Accrington Stanley being in League One, Burton Albion in League One.
Yeah, no, it's well, Accrington Stanley. Honestly, Accrington Stanley is a great away day. Honestly, they have a fan zone. You know, you can watch our video that we did. The Accrington Stanley fan zone is amazing. It's so good. It tented thing, and they have a singer on, and it's honestly, it's that's a friendly club as well. Accrington Stanley, it's lovely. Honestly, it really is.
If you've not liked the stream already, get liking, guys, by the way, and also subscribe to Lee on the road to 2,500 now.
Yeah, well, 2,001. We're just 2,100, which we shot up recently, which has been pretty
very good though. Like I say, it's not enough in my opinion for what you've got compared to what others have got. So, considering you've only started what?
It won't let him press the link, Ben. It says try again. Try again.
I'll put it in again. You have to, if you're on a phone, Sharky, you need to copy the link and put it into your web browser. That's what you need to do.
He's all right, Sharky. He's been in StreamYard for a long time, so he knows.
Try that, mate. Hopefully that works.
In fact, I first saw StreamYard with Sharky because I first saw him using it. I thought, that's really cool. Like, you get the comments up and you can bring people in.
It's brilliant, isn't it? Like I say, and it's all about obviously engaging. And obviously we have a podcast on a Monday, which has been going really well, hasn't it?
Your camera's looking good there. The picture, it's wobbling around a bit, but you got a better background.
Yeah, but it's fine now, to be fair. It's just
the lights, the window behind you sometimes blows you out, so you can't see you.
It's difficult, really.
I'd probably avoid that sitting there.
Oh yeah,
unless you can shut the blinds, because
the blinds are actually shut, to be fair, mate. But
yeah, it just blows the camera out. The highlights are too much. You can't always see you so good. You know what I mean?
Exactly, but that's one thing I definitely want when I get me, obviously, my own place, a good setup. Do you know what I mean? That'd be the first thing that I'm looking for. As in a good setup, a good chair, good lighting.
Are you going to get your own place then? Is this?
No, I can barely boil an egg, son. But I hope in the future, it's something I've looked into and I've thought about. Obviously, but like I say, it's difficult right now. But like I say, it's just keep making videos, isn't it? And I've done better than I thought I would over this period where I thought I'm going to go out without content and I was obviously banned from streaming. I don't know why.
You find stuff. You just find stuff, don't you?
Honestly, an idea always pops into your head when you're not thinking. Always pops in your head, and some go well, some don't. And the ones that you don't expect to do well, do well. You know what I mean?
I like the fact that you are kind of down to your own imagination, isn't it? It's your own imagination, and when you think of something and it comes off, you're thinking, how cool am I? Really? How did I think of doing that?
Exactly.
It's like your interviews with with the players and stuff. It's been amazing.
100%. I've got another one that I've not uploaded yet that I've I don't think it's as good, so I don't really want to upload it in case of that. But I've got a brilliant idea that I've seen on someone else's channel that I'm going to kind of take into my own and make my own version of it. I don't want to see it on here, but I will tell you when the stream's over. But I thought of it and I thought that's a fantastic idea, and I think it gets me out and it's different to what I've never done this idea before. And
right. This is grabbers, this nappers, isn't it? Hey, everybody's thinking, what is it?
So if you want to have guesses in the comments, buying a 3-0. If you want to keep leaving questions for this last 15 minutes for me and Lee.
Toon Army can't get in. It won't let him copy the link. Can you send him it on his email?
I'll tell you what I'll do, Sharky, mate. I'll send you on.
Oh, Ryan Dunbar's here. Ryan's a Glasgow Rangers.
Hey, Ryan, mate. How are you? What is it, James Sharky? Yeah.
Yeah, James Sharkey. Have you got him on Facebook? You can maybe send him the link on Messenger.
Just going to send it you now, son. James. If you send me a message, James, I'll get back to you because I can't find you on here. How are we both? How are you, Lee? Are you all right? Ryan has asked.
How are we? Well, we're fine. I can't seem to keep off YouTube at the moment. Ben invited me in for the night. I seem to be on YouTube all the time.
I know you seem to be 4 streams a day.
I'm talking about so much. I don't think I've got anything left. It's amazing how much I can actually talk about. I surprise myself at times. We've been doing all sorts. We're really looking forward this weekend because we've got Everton at home, and I've been in touch with Eamon O'Keefe today. I'm hoping to get him on the stream before the game or halfway through, because I made good friendship with Eamon O'Keefe, and he's ex-Everton and Blackpool, so that'd be great. So we're excited about that. And then we've got Blackburn Rovers on Tuesday, so we're going to be doing watch-alongs for both of those games.
I think we've got Blackburn on Saturday, but I'm not sure if we're streaming it, which is a shame.
Oh yeah, it's a shame. You listen to it on the radio. Send it to his Twitter at Toon Army TV.
Here he is. Here he comes. Jordan's come in. Obviously, he was in the podcast. Can't believe Blackpool going up this season, he says. Obviously, good dreams to have, mate, but you signed some good players. I think if you sign Dewsbury Hall, I think you can announce a title bus. Yeah.
Thoughts on McDonald leaving? I'm not happy about it, if I'm being honest. That's James Long. One of the things I was saying last season was that whenever McDonald was in the side, we didn't lose, and then when Larry dropped him, we were terrible, and we went to he just was missing. Larry wasn't playing anybody on that left-hand side, and we were very weak. And I thought McDonald was a great player, and I can't believe we sent him out on loan. I am really gutted. I was expecting big things from this season. It just makes no sense. The only thing I can think of is there's something in training or something behind the scenes that doesn't go down well with McDonald, because Larry wouldn't play him, and now Critchley's put him out on loan. So I don't know.
But is it League Two he's gone to? Where did he go in League Two?
Has he gone to Tranmere?
That's it. But a year in League Two that potentially could go up could do him like that. I think the same with Billy Crellin. I don't think he's ready for Fleetwood yet, but for Bolton, League Two, I think there's a clause for how many games he could play. It's going to be a good move for him because he'll get games, he'll get minutes, he'll get experience in playing in front of a big crowd and come back and hopefully be our number one next year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just Oh, thank you, Ryan. He's good, and he'd rather I not be off YouTube. Well, I can't be on it every day. got a life as well.
That's
But,
buzzing. So if we are streaming it, I will be doing a watch along. But I
yeah,
have got
definitely.
involved with someone filming
Yeah,
right now.
Tranmere. Yeah, he went to Tranmere. Yeah, it's confirmed.
I've been hopefully helping out, obviously, HC Blackpool, their youth academy, helping them film a few games, which I'm very interested in doing. So
Oh, have
it's
you? Have you been out to AFC Blackpool? Have you?
well, I had a look the other day. I had a look at you've
Oh,
got
because
a
we
new
did a
bounce
video
there.
on it, didn't we? Did you see
Yeah,
our
I
video
thought
on
that
it?
was one of the
Yeah.
best videos you've made, to be fair.
Yeah, no, it was really
And
good.
I
And
looked at, I saw the opportunity, and I thought I can like help them out now and again with it. So it's
yeah.
like something I never really did at Fleetwood at my experience, but it's something different. Can't
Well, we
believe
could
Fleetwood are getting
together on that
relegated
because
this
we fancy
season.
going down to take a few of those games in with AFC Blackpool. They were so they were very, very welcoming in a
Yeah.
way that Blackpool haven't been welcoming. You know what I mean? They were really keen to have us down and let us, and show all about, and we said we'd do it as an advert for them. I mean, all the things that we've been doing, since I started blogging for Blackpool, really, I've tried to promote Blackpool. And what I was doing season before everything started, I was doing pitch reviews. I was trying to get some enthusiasm because I wanted to be part of getting Blackpool back, and I get all the enthusiasm back. And most of the things I've done for Blackpool have been with love of my club,
And obviously,
to promote
you're helping them. You're getting a good video.
But they've not helped me much back, which we've realised, and we just do our own thing now. We're not expecting to, but it's been disappointing that they haven't helped us. Or it's been as welcoming.
Fleetwood have been brilliant with me. They give me
I know. You see, I haven't had
interview
that.
players.
But we really felt the love with AFC Blackpool. They were, they were everything. Yeah, come down. Did interviews for us.
They need it.
Yeah, they loved it. And they knew I was going to get. I've got 1,500 views on it, and it'll get them people interested. So.
Like I said, it was a good video. You did training. You got all the players on. You got an interview with the manager. You got all it was all the thingy.
LFC Boyer.
Leicester fan, good vlogger. The best Leicester vlogger.
Wow. I don't know if I'm subscribed to the channel.
Well, at the moment, James, you might be able to help me. I think Danny Angie's been playing left-hand centre half. Holgate at Flanagan maybe at left back. Holgate maybe at right back. That's the way I've been reading it, but it's not great right now. We need a centre half desperately. And I think Blackpool could do maybe another midfield, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, we could do with an experience in midfield, to be fair. We've got a lot of young kids in, and it was rumoured at one time Charlie Adam, but now he's training at Bolton. But they've said he's only training there as a friend of Evo. He's not. I'd have Charlie back. I definitely would. But people say don't have him back because it'll taint the memory of how good he was when he was first here. But there's something special about Charlie Adam and Blackpool.
If you could all like the stream, by the way, lads and ladies, we're I think we're on 36 likes. If we get to 50 likes, there's 15 of you in, and I think we can also get Lee up in some subscribers. He's still on 2.1. I think we can get to 2.11 easily. If you go and subscribe to him.
Thank you very much.
Will the link work? If I put a link in the chat, will that work?
Yeah, no, Ryan's saying, but Blackpool did help me. Here we are, just put Ryan Dunbar's, but Blackpool did help me at the beginning, filming the pitch, the seat cleaning, and so I just wonder what happened. Well, the seat cleaning wasn't Blackpool, that was Blackpool Supporters Trust. And the pitch, they didn't really.
Yeah.
They weren't keen on it really. In the end, they had to sign in and everything. It all went. I don't know. It just. I don't know what kind of.
When you feel like
what happened really was from what I can gather really is that the new owner wants it all to be very professional and he wants to be in charge of everything. He wants this big image and the corporate image. And they brought this 111 media in who they're paying millions to do all this Blackpool TV and stuff. And to be honest, a lot of the stuff that 111 media do is so poor. I can't criticize it. I mean, they did I can or shouldn't, but they did a kit launch. They did a kit launch video last season because I'd actually been in speech to them, and they're going to let me film behind the scenes of the kit launch. I wanted to film behind, but it didn't happen anyway. But this 111 Media did it, and if you see the video, there was a little guy walking underneath at one point in the video. It's like, I'm thinking, who's edited that? Who's not seen this little guy like walking behind the scenes, and there was all bags all over the floor, and it was just very poor. And I think I would have done it so much better. But that's what they're going for. They're going, they want money coming in, and they want big business coming in, and they don't want little people. But on the other side, they've not done anything to stop us, and they've allowed us to film, which is very, very kind.
Yeah, like I say, when you've done a video, it's always been like top quality, and I always find like the YouTubers that I look at, Smith, Chris MD, who don't load as often, the videos, Jack Mate as well, are probably the best 3 YouTubers, bigger YouTubers that I watch in terms of how good their editing is, how good the scripts are. It's funny, it's direct, it's unique, and I sometimes feel with that page you just said, they could just rush it to get it out and they'll leave it till late, whereas you'd be more organized.
They don't have. Yeah, they don't. Well, and they don't have the passion. They don't. They don't know the history. They don't.
All they want is a video to get it done.
Yeah.
Where they'll do. Whereas you will get say something proud to the club. Do you know what I mean? And like with my video I did about the season, every goal, I put 3 songs in related to Fleetwood, in my opinion. I put Electric Dreams as a song we walk out. Don't Stop Believing was the time where we were on a.
How do you go on with copyright on that? Did they copyright strike you on that?
Copyright, but I didn't want it to be monetized. I just wanted a good video that meant that I could watch and that it gets me in the mood. Don't Stop Believing when we had a poor season, poor moment in the season, and ain't no stopping us now when we were unbelievable for the last few games of the season. Tyler said, "Can I speak to Sue?" Well, they bids him. I've offered him a couple of games of pool at the Wire Light, a game of golf, 3 pints of Foster's, and a Jaeger bomb. And he's not got back to me just yet. I'm going to up the offer next week, so we'll see. And he is back training with the Stoke under 21. So, you know what I mean. Enjoy League One. Cheers, mate. Will do.
Ryan Dunbar's saying the Bloomfield Bear video that we did, again, that was not through Blackpool Football Club. It was through Kate Shane of Merlin, who I just met. I actually picked her up in my taxi, and I got talking to her about I was a YouTuber in a Blackpool, and she just actually signed the deal for the family stand with Merlin. She's the head of Merlin, so she arranged all that for me because she wanted me to get Tower Ted in as well. So I'm going to be doing more stuff with
it's class.
Kate. Yeah, but there is more. There is more to come. But obviously, lockdown stopped everything. But that's not a link with Blackpool Football Club. In fact, they were really. They were. I couldn't have any children. If I told you how I filmed that video, I had to film that video between 9 and 10 in the morning when there was nobody in the tower. No, I couldn't have any kids on.
Honestly, I did it. I never saw that video at 30.
You'd never know.
That stream, and you said that, and I didn't think about that.
How
and
did he do it?
The woman who wasn't watching the stream, she went, how's he got the tower to himself? I went, well, he goes, no, he goes, how's he filming with so many people? And I went, you do know he's like the only one of the ones in the lift? And she went, no, he wasn't. You're lying to me. I went, yeah, he edited it.
So what we had to do, what I had to do is,
well done.
I had to go back.
I agree with George, but I can agree with you there, son.
I had to go back and film all the scenes again. And then I had to go back and film them all again, because not all again, but a couple of scenes, because when we filmed them in the morning, there was no lights on in that 5th floor, no stage lights, nothing. It was all in the dark, and obviously, so then when I went back, like later in the day, everything was lit up, stage was lit up.
Yeah.
It didn't match. And also I made a little mistake with the bears in the tower lounge, because I had them in the middle and there was nobody around. Yeah. And yet when I did the video, it was all full. If I'd have put them in the corner, I'd have been all right, because there'd have been nobody behind them. So I had to crop in. I had to crop in on the bears. And also when I did this shot from behind Tower Ted, I came from behind him and there was dancers. Well, I had to go back, get Tower Ted again and film that. And those dancers were not the same dancers. on another day. It was slightly blurred out. There was loads of things I did. I got a music strike on the music in the fifth floor because it was playing some music. So I had to take all the music off. I had to find a royalty-free dance track. I had to put it in a program where I did 150-foot room echo, so it sounded like it was in. The attention to detail you would not believe, and I've always been a bit devastated it hasn't done better than it did, because I thought the tower would would get behind it. It was a great video. I love making it. It was super.
To be fair, you seem to me like, I was saying it to obviously Joe the other day. The good thing is with you're a perfectionist. You want everything spot on.
Thank you very much.
And which a lot of YouTubers don't have nowadays. They'll cut. They just can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? Where they'll just go, "Oh, it'll be okay," and you'll be like, if it's like one bit like of audio, you'll go, "I need to film it again to make sure it's perfect." Do you know what I mean? Which is a good thing to have.
Honestly, the editing is actually drives me insane at times. The amount of things I chop and cut and have to put something over because I don't like, something. And there's a hell of a lot of audio editing goes into it. But I actually do love editing. I love creating a little masterpiece. You know what I mean? They're all like my little babies. When I put them together, I'm just thinking, oh yeah, I like this. And sometimes I'm there pulling my hair out. I think I just can't get this to look right, no matter what I do. And I'm there for hours and hours, and I'm pulling me hair out. And
the best thing, though, isn't it?
But I have Jane sometimes, Jane does come along, and I'll show it her and she'll go, nah, you need to change this. That needs to go out. And she comes as like the editor at the end, and I have to cut loads of stuff out because she says, no.
Sometimes I'd rather be told that.
You don't have that, you see, do you?
What I mean? Whereas I'll ask my dad or a mate, what do you think of this transition, or what do you think of this edit? And I'll show them the interview and see what they think. Where do I need? Because a lot of my videos, not a lot of people notice, is like the blogging one. It was 18 minutes long at first, and so is what I did. I made it short and snappier. So sometimes, like, I cut a lot out. I think yours I cut like 20 seconds out, and I made it end at like where a point, and I cut one point out just so because no one will watch for 18 minutes. I got it down to 11 minutes, which I'm not bothered about how long the video is. I just don't want it to be too long where it drags out. So for me, a perfect video is between the lengths of about 6.
Don't get obsessed though with length of videos, because if you do one a little bit longer, just say for instance, all your videos were 3 minutes long, say for instance, you're only ever going to get like a watch time, an average of 2 minutes. If you do 10 minutes, you've got a chance to get an average of 5. If you're doing 15, that all goes up. So it doesn't particularly matter. What you don't want is like a really boring video that everybody's turning off. So if the video is good and it's a great video, and there's banter with your mates and there's things going on, and you can include it all in, as long as you think this is going to make a good video, even if it's 15 minutes long or 20 minutes long. If it's a great video, stick with it. You've just got to sometimes look at it and think, no, that's gone on too long, and maybe I can chop this little bit out and that. But don't obsess with always, getting them down to a certain time, because, sometimes you might miss something that's, you cut something that's brilliant. So
100%. Like,
and it doesn't matter 100%, as long as you're doing your best and putting out your best quality, content. 100%. And in 5, and I know that in 5 years' time, you'll look back on videos and think, what was I doing there? You'll have learned so much.
I was a boy then with it, and now I'm like, I've got a different editor, which is brilliant. I've got a different editing style, which I like. And
but it ends up costing you money, this.
But to be fair,
you end up buying cameras and lights.
So like my editing app was about £14 that I paid for it. And I have to pay for it a £5 a month, which again, it's not a lot, but already that's 74 quid that I spent in the last year on editing. Obviously, I'm spending money on trying to publicize.
You have an iPad,
money on tickets for the game.
On your iPad, do you never use that iMovie? Do you never use it?
I don't use my iMovie to film. I use my phone at the moment, but
to edit.
I edit on my phone or my computer.
Do you edit on iMovie?
I use Video Shop normally.
Because listen, obviously I use Final Cut Pro now, because like I started on iMovie. Everything was done on iMovie, and iMovie is like Final Cut Pro is just a grown-up version of iMovie. So everything you learn in iMovie when you want to advance, well, you've either got Adobe Premiere Pro or you've got Final Cut Pro. And I think Final Cut, I mean, I'm on Final Cut Pro now, and it was twisting me melon a little bit at the first, but I've been in lockdown. I've been, obviously using it all the time, and it's just the bigger brother of iMovie. But once you get into Final Cut Pro, your world changes, honestly.
100%. Like I said,
it's expensive, but the good thing about Final Cut Pro is you just buy it once. If you go for like Adobe Premiere Pro, it's like, well, I think for students you can get it for about £16 a month, but you get all the Adobe stuff. But that's where you take your editing to the next level.
100%.
The problem is with then taking your editing to the next level is it all takes more time, because you can do more and you want to do more, and you learn more and more tricks, which just makes the whole editing process, your videos look better, but they take you longer. So you kind of create a monster for yourself. And then you got to start learning keyboard shortcuts and all this stuff, which I don't do enough of.
That's normally where like all the donations go and all the money I earn from videos, and they go back on editing software, tickets for football game, to make sure I have got a vlog there. Different editing software.
If you start to learn on your iMovie, if you start doing more on iMovie.
I don't like iMovie that much, but I did use it in the
past.
Limited.
It's limited, but it's not as limited as you think. All my,
it's good. It's very good.
All my, most of my, I would say the first 100 videos I did were done on iMovie. Probably more. They're all just on iMovie, and you wouldn't think they were. I just learned how to put things on in a way that the program.
Tyler's asked the question, when's the blog? It's November 16th, isn't it, Lee?
It's sorry. November. Yeah, no. Well, hopefully, who knows? Who knows if it'll be on? But yeah, it's exciting, and we're looking forward to that. Toonami TV saying what he's saying on this. Toonami TV, Sharky saying, "Be yourself when it comes to YouTube. 100%. If you go your own journey, people respect your content." That's it.
As soon as
try not to, well, certainly not copying Thogden in it. We won't be doing any of that sort of stuff. Although we did do a fake cheer at the Blackpool goal, which was funny on our live stream yesterday.
Oh, I need to watch that.
But yeah, you've just got to be yourself. You get all these people come on with jack things like, "What's up, everybody?" and the people that they're not, and just be yourself. And
I didn't used to be myself.
Some will like you, some will.
I didn't used to be myself. I used to swear, try and be funny, and I just went. Northampton.
What am I doing? What am I?
Yourself, like things. And then last year I started doing it. I'm like starting to grow in and being like honest, like which I want to be. I'm not calling then number 9 a DICK.
Yeah, which you probably wouldn't be doing in real life, are you? You just be yourself. And if you be yourself, it's easy to be yourself. It's just easy to be yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hang on. LCFC is using Filmora. It's not Final Cut Pro. Honestly, if you start on iMovie, it's so easy. Honestly, Final Cut Pro is a cake. It's, to me, at first when I moved from iMovie to Final Cut Pro, I thought, what the heck is this? And then I suddenly started to realize that there's so much of it is like iMovie, and iMovie is the easiest thing to edit on. It's child's play on iMovie.
Yeah,
Final Cut Pro is just an easy. Filmora is, I have that, but I've never really got into it, to be honest. But there's a few. What's the other one? That Resolve, and DaVinci Resolve that they all use, but I find that really complicated. I just don't get that at all. I have actually. That's a free download. DaVinci.
All right.
Yeah, you don't get the full version, but you get about 90% of the functionality of it, and that is a really advanced editing program. And you can just download that for free. It comes free with a Blackmagic camera. If you get a Blackmagic movie camera, it comes free with them. But that's DaVinci Resolve, it's called.
Yeah, like I say, you've just got the main goal is to try and give yourself realistic goals, like smart targets, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. Like that's the best thing to do. Like if you give yourself that, you'll be fine. You know what I mean? But if you say I want to hit this by the end, like I believe I'd be on about 5,500 subscribers if football would have carried on now. I'm starting to grow a little bit more now than I was at the start of this pandemic, but it still feels frustrating that I'm not growing as much. But you get used to the growing. As soon as we're back, I'm hopefully gaining a few more subscribers.
Yeah. Just one second. My Windows wants to update for some reason.
But we'll go for
Not
another
now.
5 or 6 minutes and see if anyone's got any more
Yeah,
questions.
Toon Army's TV saying he's got 3,000 subscribers, but he doesn't get overhyped about it. He doesn't compete with anybody. Well, I think that's that. We were saying that earlier, Sharky. You know, you do this because you're passionate about your football club, and you've also got to be passionate about making movies. You've got to love it because it's hard. It's David Wilson saying, "How does he donate?" Somebody's asking how do you donate.
You don't need to, mate. You just press the dollar sign.
Oh, the dollar
very
sign.
easy from there, but you don't need to, mate. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it doesn't have any targets. His channel does the talking. I'm kind of the same. You just put out the content, and you just hope that you know
can't
people
do anything
like
about
it.
Bear in mind.
Say again.
He can't do anything about not like all he's got to do is keep improving, and obviously when he does improve, the more subscribers he will gain.
Yeah, LCFC, all good advice. The worst thing to do is try and compete with anyone. I try competing with other lesser content.
Do not compete with other lesser.
No,
if I want about who you think you are, mate, you're miles better than him.
But you make
more mature, you're more yourself, you make better content. But believe me, mate, you don't want to compete. Like, let's be honest, look at Stumpeg, how she's going. I used to compare them. Do you know what I mean? She's on 110k now. Like, that moment will come where a video, you just got to wait for it, where a video, you know what I mean? But if I'm honest with you, I'm not keen on these channels that grow off one video because they don't stay for long. Do you know what I mean?
No, they don't.
KSI, what was it, this like guitar plays on his channel? He gained like 100k subscribers. And he got this for a few videos, he got like 50, 60. He gets about 2-3k now. They've all novelled off. Because they weren't going to watch his content. They were going because KSI sent them. Do you know what I mean? So now he's getting views that you'd think a 5k, 6k content creator should get.
Yeah, but it is hard. It's not hard work. It's not like working on a coal mine or anything, but there's a lot of work goes into having a YouTube channel, and it's there's a lot of work goes into it, and you want people to enjoy it. And if people are subscribing to you, you feel like what you've done was worthwhile doing. If nobody's subscribing to you, nobody's watching, you start to question your sanity. You start thinking, why am I going to all this trouble, spending 3, 4, 5, 6 hours editing a video and putting all this effort in and nobody watches it? So you've got to want, the subscribers are just the, people recognizing that they like what you do, and it's that feedback you need to keep it going, because sometimes you feel like backing in. You just think, what am I doing here? You know what I mean? I'm off, mate. I'm mental doing all this. So you need those subscribers and you need those targets just to keep yourself going. You might be fine, Sharky. You maybe it doesn't get to you and you just love doing it. But I sometimes, I think, crikey, the work I'm putting in here is unbelievable.
100%. Like a lot of the other Blackpool content creators are good, but they won't be putting the effort that you in. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, we are one like from 40, by the way. So if anyone could like and also subscribe, I think we're only about 6 subscribers away from 5.32. So if you could subscribe and to Lee as well, that'd be appreciated, lads and ladies. And
I did say thank you to LCFC Boyer for subscribing. That's brilliant. I will have a look at your channel and subscribe you back, obviously. Yeah.
Exactly. We are, like, at the end of the day, we just want to watch our teams do well.
Yeah, and in fact, I don't know if he knows, but we do have we have got this show now on a Monday night, the Football Vloggers podcast, and we're always looking for guests to come on. So
obviously, we're trying to sort a guest out for this week, which I'm working on right now.
We had Benjamin Bloom on this week. If
very
you check
good
out.
guest.
It was brilliant.
A lot of good stories. Championship expert. Obviously, there's a panel of us. There's me, Lee, Dor. We've got obviously Loudmouth BFC again, a good addition because he gives us that non-league vibe, and obviously very funny. We'll pop up with a joke now and again. It'll be like a puppet.
We're trying to get quality vlogging on. We're trying to get people that know what they're doing. We don't want like young kids on and all that sort of stuff.
Which just want to mess around, which is not no bias to them. We just want experienced heads that know the game, and obviously, but. Like I say,
Daniel Teckers is saying he was up till 2 last night editing, and that is it. You are up to these crazy times, and you are putting a lot of effort in, and then, you know, you put your video out and you get loads of dislikes or whatever. You know, I used to at the start, and then I used to post it on message boards and people would be, you know, slagging you off and all this sort of stuff. But most people enjoyed it, and, you know, because the majority enjoyed it, we carried on. James Longbottom is saying, get John Parkin on. Yes, absolutely. We'd love him on, wouldn't we? It'd be great if we had Parky on, wouldn't it?
100%. I'll see. But like I say, it'd be good to obviously branch out, and obviously we spoke about options of who we want on, and
Yeah.
we want a wide audience where we want experienced heads who are respectful, who obviously a lot of us kind of
people who can talk football, who know the stuff, who, you know, have got more knowledge about it than
one of
us.
the best YouTubers on the platform, if I'm honest with you. Like, the amount of hard work he puts in, and different kind of content creating, and it's ideas that you don't think of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. See, Toonami's saying he's been up many nights until 5 a.m. We all have, Sharky, and when you put it up, if you do all that and then you don't get subscribers and you don't get likes and you don't get all that thing, it can get really like demoralizing. You're just thinking, you know, nobody likes it. So it's that subscribers. It's just, you know, it keeps you going. People keep you going. You know, people, you know, post nice comments and say they love it. You love that. Honestly, we as vloggers, if you post in, oh, fantastic video, you know, watched it, whatever, and you know, you do actually watch the videos. I mean, sometimes I think people haven't even watched the video.
100%. You get. I remember I put a 12-minute vlog out. You get after 30 seconds, unbelievable vlog.
Yeah, you're thinking you haven't watched it. You know, just watch it, and because it's all as well with YouTube, it's like they look at how many minutes your video's been watched for. So if people are clicking on and clicking off, you might as well not bother. You've got to help us. You have to like watch it through, really. And well, it is that feedback, and we love pleasing you guys. You know, we do it.
Yeah,
if you love it, you know, we're like, wow, thanks very much. You know, thank you very much, and that's what
that midweek vibe. It's not the editing for me. It's the fact that your video just get lost in sub boxes, because like it'll do well when it first goes out, and it always does well. It's always in your top views because they want to watch before they go to bed. However, then after that, if it's like a boring game, it gets lost in sub boxes the next morning, and you're relying on it like the next day. I remember Wrexham was one that was doing awfully at night, then unbelievably after school, and some vlogs doing awful, like Sunderland away. Obviously, they always should get views. Like, we scored against you in last minute. Shut up, sit down. And to be fair, that's nice when you know when a vlog's going to do well, when you can see the last minute equaliser to a massive club ex-massive club, Sunderland.
We're not doing content that people are going to be searching for in years to come. You know, say if I was doing a videos now, I was like, you know, reviewing my phone. It's the Galaxy S10 Plus, and I did a video on it, and it got like thousands and thousands of views. And then, you know, further down the line in another two's time, people might be thinking, well, should I go for the Galaxy S10 Plus or should I go for the new one? Is it worth it? And they can find, you know, and you can get people watching your videos for years and years. Or if you've done an advice on how to use Final Cut Pro or something, those videos get watched forever. So our videos here today, gone tomorrow, very, very much so. And they're never going to be
100%.
They won't be watched. It is a relentless slog being a football vlogger, and I don't think it's as easy as people think.
I'm upgrading on my phone to get. I think I'm going to get the iPhone 11 Pro Max.
Yeah, which is great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a new camera, different dynamics, which will be great.
If you made a video about your iPhone 11 Plus and reviewing it all, it would get thousands of views, and that would go on for like years.
I was watching them before to see what they were like, and they just like get thousands because people want to watch them.
Of course they do, yeah.
Gates said midweek when they are playing the coup. Oh yeah, it's great. That obviously Gates said, like, I'm not being funny. You need your glasses to go and watch Gates, and my eyes are awful as it is. But you're like 3 miles away from pitch.
Daniel Seckers is saying, if you want me to come on, my Wi-Fi is not playing up. Well, we're going to end it, Daniel. Really, we've been here for.
If you want to get to 2 hours, Lee, we can get to 2 hours. I think we've got about 12 minutes. We want to get to 2 hours.
2 hours. We're going to get to 2 hours. Oh God!
Then we are ending it. We're not taking Sharky's record.
Yeah, Toonami likes to watch our videos because it's he's in the Premier League and he likes to see a little bit of what the little guys are doing down below, and I suppose it is interesting. It's totally different world, isn't it, to Premier League? But for us, for our channels, the magnificent thing would be to get promotion, and if we got into the Premier League, oh my God, just following our story. I've often thought, if I'd have been, if vlogging was a thing back then when Blackpool got in the Premier League, what a story I would have told that season, and the Wembley and everything. It would be amazing, and just didn't get it last year. But it would be great to, that's the journey you want to show in your video, really, and getting 4 hours to go to beat Sharky. We'll never do that, Sharky. 6 hours.
Was that actually, I did 7 hours.
We went on for 6 hours, but this was when the takeover was really looking, like it was going to happen in Newcastle. And they were so excited, and I have really felt for Newcastle fans.
Premier League have failed them, haven't they?
They have, yeah. Daz's football stand. Who's
Here
this?
We are. Iron Brew SC. Iron Brew. Iron, mate. Welcome to this channel.
Wow. Which football club are you, Dazza?
Middlesbrough, I think he supports.
Oh, is he Middlesbrough? Okay.
Yes.
What do we feel about Middlesbrough this year? How are they going to go?
Obviously, Neil Warnock's just been given a new contract, hasn't he?
Oh, he means for Monday. Yeah, we'll
let you know.
We'll let you know, Daniel. We're not sure what's going on because there's other one. There's a lot. Honestly, there's so many that won't want to come on, and
we're trying to rotate it at the moment, mate. But like I said, we've got a good guest lineup in. The future is bright.
Iron Brew FC, is he? Iron Brew FC.
Yeah, he must have an Iron Brew in every live stream he has.
Oh, right. Okay. Brilliant. I'll have to check you out, Daz. I don't know the channel. So, yes, from Middlesbrough. Okay. Yeah. We'll check him out. I'll subscribe to you, obviously, if I can get there.
To be fair, the only way I can think of the podcast improving is when Dor leaves. So then the views will go up. And then, to be fair, Dor's good at that on a Monday night because he'll send you to sleep and you get a good night's sleep.
Dor's ace, don't you criticize Dor?
No, he's
one of my favourite vloggers. I really love
come in. Oh, different question. I like it. If you've got any questions about football for this last 10 minutes, let us know. You reckon Forest have a good shot? I do. I said to Lee before, they need to go up. Like there's
knocking on the door.
No Fulham. I think Norwich could be up there, but I think Forest could be there. I think that will make him hungrier and more determined to go up.
Right. Toonami's actually discussed about checking out a Fleetwood Town game next season as a neutral.
Love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go on.
FC.
Have to go out a night out with Sharky when he comes over to Blackpool.
I'm not being funny. Night with Sharky. It won't be on till the next game. It won't be on till the next season.
Be excellent, Sharky. You got to do it. We can have a brilliant.
All right. Are you allowed back into grounds then, Daniel?
Should be, shouldn't they? Should be able to get back blogging, I think.
Robin Lewandowski.
Toonami still is he a Mackham? No, he's Middlesbrough, isn't it? Does have thoughts on
who would you say are the best 3 strikers in the world? I want to get the comments involved in this as well. My best 3 in the world right now are, I'm not going to do it in order. No, I will do it in order. My third best, Harry Kane. Second best, Sergio Aguero. First, Lewandowski. Now, if the comments agree with that, let me know. I think Haaland will be up with a shout very soon, and Mbappe could be up for a shout. But those 3 strikers-wise are the best 3 in the world right now for me. Who would you go for, Lee?
I can't really argue with that, Ben. To be honest, I probably would put Kane at second, maybe.
You think better than Aguero?
Well, he's English. I've got to put him at second. I can't put him. That's how he's top, really. But
to be fair, he's better than the whole lot, mate.
He's a great striker.
What do you think about Armin Nanule? Right, you scored like 20 goals for your last season, all competition. Like Turkish, like
I don't honestly, I don't get it.
I could get him a better move than that.
Why a Turkey? I wouldn't want to be anywhere out in that part of the world at the moment. With all the trouble with COVID-19, I don't think I'd rather be in Britain than in Turkey. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's as safe there as it is here. And
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a place. It wouldn't be first. You know,
Especially for a player.
if somebody gave me a ticket
colour,
for a
you know what I
holiday and
mean?
said you can go to Turkey for 2 weeks, I wouldn't be going. I wouldn't go anywhere near Turkey. I just wouldn't go anywhere near that sort of part of the world.
Way.
So I don't
No
know.
way. No way, Mbappe. Yeah. Suarez I can agree with, but you're not telling me Mbappe is a better striker than Harry
Not
Kane.
this season.
No way.
Not this season. He's not been, has he? Really?
Yes, the goat. Declan McMahon. He scored on his debut, and he just ran like he he did something in his pants. I'll put it that way.
Joe Linton apparently is in talks with Blackpool on loan. Is he from Newcastle?
Yeah, right. Ayakai, all right, mate. Peterborough got this season.
Yeah, LCFC boy is saying it's mad when he sees
Tony is a huge blow. Like, it's going to be huger than you think. And without Tony, you were a mid-table side last year, in my opinion. But hopefully, he can do the business.
Yes, let's get Ben to 5.4.
Hopefully, lad. We're on 5.31 now, so I think we're getting closer to 5.32. So if you could subscribe, we appreciate it. And also subscribe to Lee. Lee's on the road to 2.5 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. If we're going back in time, Alan Shearer, Sharky, we're going back in time for strikers.
Oh, 100%.
I'll raise you Stan Mortensen. I'll raise you Morty if we're going back in time. But Stan Morty, honestly, I never saw him. My dad loved Stan Mortensen, you know, more than Matthews, to be honest, at Blackpool. But Alan Shearer, yeah, we all love Shearer for England.
Yeah, difficult.
I love Gaza for England as well. I just love Gaza. He was a bloody great from Newcastle as well. But up in Newcastle, you love Tony Green from Blackpool. Yeah, Tony Green, one of the most famous. You know, I've done an interview with him. They love him in Newcastle.
I don't know why, but Gary Medine just reminds me of a washing machine. I don't know why, just like big, like lumpy, don't move, and it's like
he's just not doing it at the moment.
He's a bit like Keith Moore type of player.
Joe Nuttall, flipping heck, are we?
Like, if it was against Ipswich, if he played Ipswich every week, I think he could be home with a shout. But
so Dembele.
The last 5 minutes. Any questions, lads?
Trying to get Jamie Vardy Leicester City vlogger on Monday show. Ooh, that'd be nice.
To be fair, Joel obviously played for Fleetwood. You know what I mean? He's got my roots, so big player. Played for the biggest club.
He's not meaning actually Jamie Vardy on the show, though, is he? Just
Chappie, I think he's on about.
Yeah.
You know that look-alike?
Yeah, we love to have Jamie Vardy on the show, won't we? This week's guest, Jamie Vardy, Premier League's #1 striker. That'd be a boost to the show, wouldn't it? It'd be amazing. Osgood. All right. We going up there? Big up Tony Green, yeah. Oh, Tony Green, blooming heck. I interviewed. He was one of my dad's favourite players, Tony Green, and so I did an interview with him. I've always been disappointed it didn't get out to many Newcastle fans. I was hoping more Newcastle fans had come on.
It's hard because when you go up a league, you're gonna have to build your following again. Do you know what I mean? Like Benjamin said the other day when he just went down, he stuck with Championship because that's all his subscribers had. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Boyer, does he want to come on the show on Monday? Let us know. We can invite him in the Facebook group and everything if you want to be on LFC.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
So, you know, he went for somewhere, James, for $1 million. We let this player go called Vamaris. No, he was awful. He went somewhere.
Yeah,
like
Brett
French league. He went for £1 million. He went for £1 million when we let go. It's like another one we've let go that I've gone on. £1 million. If he's worth $1 million, my right hand toe is worth about 500 grand.
Giving away, Ben? Giving away. Drogba, Drogba was a great player. We've mentioned him earlier on. He was a superb, Drogba. I mean, really was. He was
Champions League winner, Premier League winner,
powerful,
winner.
Just powerful, fast. He had everything. I'd have loved to have Drogba playing for bloody Blackpool. Jesus, it was amazing. But yeah, you know, Chelsea have had some great players. I mean, there's that many great players in there. It's hard, really. I mean, we mainly watch lower league football. I don't watch much Premier League, if I'm being honest.
I do, obviously.
I watched it when I was in the Premier League, but I don't watch it so much, really. I watch England games, obviously.
I do, but I prefer the Championship. The Championship is the best league in the world for me. So fun, and it's so, like, the teams in it are just breathtaking to watch.
Mm.
No, that's a difference. That's something else in Ogo. But we had someone who was signed from like Mets, or no, not Mets. We signed like from like this French third tier side on like a free, and it was just awful. Last 2 minutes. So any questions for me or Lee, and if you could go and give him a subscription, and you know.
It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed it. Hope you've all enjoyed it too. Say if you've stayed on this for 2 hours, then you'll watch anything.
To be fair, it's nice to have a home game against you instead of being away all the time. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it. Does he? Good knowledge, James. Great knowledge, son. He isn't the top goal scorers of all time.
Lampard.
Yeah. Zola could be up there, maybe. Zola was
won't say Fernando Torres because he just had a nightmare. Kerry Dixon, blimey.
Jesus, good knowledge, son.
Impressive.
I tell you what, go and click on Door's name. Give him a subscription. The much as we take the mickey, the good YouTuber when he tries. To be fair, he's great, and it's so different to see. And also, I like to see the way that he tried so hard to be better than Matchday with Max. I use the word tries. But no, he's a good YouTuber, and if you want fun, energetic, different, and you know what I mean, it's so good. And he'll upload a vlog about anything. Like Forest could release toothbrushes, and it'll do a review on them, and that's what I like. So we're going to the last minute.
Remember going to Hillsborough in the Championship? We lost 2-1, and you think, how is Sheffield Wednesday not in the Premier League? Well, it's amazing. I mean, they are massive, aren't they? They are the massive. They call themselves the massive, and it's hard to believe. And it must be killing them having Sheffield United in the Premiership and playing so well as well.
Yeah. 100%. It's just so different. You know what I mean? Like,
I like this coming along, this scrolling.
Yeah, I've only just worked out how to do it now.
I don't even know that. How have you done that?
I've only just done it now. I've sorted it out now. It's easy to do. Dor was explaining.
That's very good.
So, like I say, any questions? Got a minute to go. Thank you for staying with us. If you've stayed for how long? If you, like I said, Lee, if you watch this, you'll watch. If you watch this, you'll watch Door's content. Because let's be honest, long, dragged out, boring, and send it to sleep.
I think it's been interesting. It's been good fun. Thank you for inviting me on. It's been a pleasure.
It's been great, man. We'll have to do it.
Anything to help you out, my mate. Honestly, I love you. I love your content. Both me and Jane follow you religiously, and like I
say, go and subscribe.
Say hi to your mum for me.
Oh, she'll love that. She's more fan of you than she's of me, my content. So, that says a lot.
She's a big fan of Jane.
Sure, can't be bothered. But thank you, guys. We'll just read out the final comments. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for watching it. Obviously, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And obviously, next week we'll be doing another live stream. And thank you for joining me tonight, Lee.
What's one ground that we would love to go visit that I've never been to? Well, I'm bursting to go to Tottenham, to be honest.
Me too. And Villa Park for me.
I went to Villa Park. It's when
you're in the Prem.
Yeah, it's different than what you expect. It's different. You'd have to go. It's not what you expect. But we bad Villa on that night and Holloway got fined for the team and everything. It was a shame because we really did hammer Villa on that night. And I don't know how they won. I'll still never know how Villa won. They were so silent. That whole 10 were just, honestly, they were silent. They never sang second half. It was quiet. We outsung them. And they're supposed to be so loud. We shut them up. Anyway.
Super. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks to anyone who subscribed. And thank you, Ben, for inviting me on. And I've kept you all from going to bed.
See you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.